tonight, the colors will be presented by the Central York High School JROTC. Included tonight are Cadet Jeremy Riviera, Hector Riviera, Cadet Starner, and Cadet Bagwell.
Okay, I got a shirt for you. Yep.
Coming to you live tonight from Panther Stadium, it's Todd Edwards here along with Dew Jones and Sean Preston, welcoming you to Sports Shooting Stars. Dew, we're here for not maybe just the game of the week, but it could be the game of the season right here at Panther Stadium.
Yeah, it's going to be a big game tonight with between York High and Central. They're both undefeated in the YIAA, and winner takes all tonight.
Winner takes all. Right now, it's playing of our national anthem. A stirring rendition of our national anthem here by the Central York Panthers Marching Band on senior night here at Panther Stadium, along with a pink out Dew. All this and so much more tonight here at Panther Stadium.
Yeah, October's Cancer Awareness Month, so a lot of schools around the county are participating in that awareness and wearing pink shirts and really supporting the Cancer Awareness Program.
No doubt about it. We would like to thank our sponsors tonight, CR Property Group with Eric Brewer for all your financial needs. Check out CR Property Group.
And also S3 Training Performance with John Turpek.
And Ron Johnson. They're based out of Heritage Hills
Sports
Complex, right up off Mount Rose Avenue exit in York, Pennsylvania. And we'd like to thank our viewers for tuning in tonight to Comcast York Channel 18. Or if you're streaming us live on Facebook or our YouTube page, we welcome you as well. Settle in with your bottled water and some popcorn tonight. We're going to have a great game tonight between the Central York Panthers, who come into this game due 8-1, facing off against the York High Bearcats at 7-2. And right now the captains are meeting at midfield for the ceremonial coin toss.
Yeah, and both these teams are headed towards the districts, but right now it all comes down tonight as far as York County, who wins that Division I crown, and they're going to battle it out. Last year we was at this game, it was at York High's field, and the Bearcats handled their business at that field.
Bearcats 55-14 over Central. Remember, they knocked out their starting quarterback,
Kate Barula, correct. And this year York High visits Central Field, so it should be a very interesting game. Because the guys, as you can see, are shaking hands right now. We're looking for a good, clean football game. This is a much anticipated game, and there's a lot of people here tonight as well.
They were in the papers this week here in the York area anticipating between 4,000 to 6,000 fans turning out to this game tonight and coming into tonight, and they're still coming in, by the way, here to Panther Stadium. The cars are filing in, a big crowd, and we thank you for tuning in tonight to Sports Shooting Stars, where we bring the game to you.
And we're going to remind the fans, this is our season finale, our regular season finale. So if you see the game online, share the game, comment, interact with us. This is a grassroots organization that we're doing, and we want people to get involved and, send us your comments and everything.
And it looks as if Central is going to kick off here. The Bearcats are going to receive the first possession here in the first quarter on an absolutely beautiful night. Game time temperature about 60 degrees here. You couldn't ask for better weather.
Very nice.
A dry field tonight. No rain, unlike last year's broadcast. Remember at York High where we were standing in the elements.
It was a monsoon. Also want to tell the fans, if you're at home, you can watch this game on Comcast Cable Channel 18 as well.
Kicker for Central, number 30, Nick Bazell. is about ready to put his foot in the ball, and there we go.
Finally.
It's the start of the game here. The game of the week.
It's a loud one in here tonight, Todd.
It is Nikhil Carroll. It looks like he carried the ball for a minimal gain. And the Bearcats offense, of course, led by their quarterback, Toby Stokes. Of course, as I mentioned, the quarterback here, Toby Stokes, number 2, and led by their running back, Tyrell Witt, number 1. Coming into this game with over 800 yards rushing, hopes to maybe break the 1,000 mark tonight against this tough Central Panthers defense. Toby back in shotgun formation here. 3 backs in the backfield. And not much going there. The ball given to Tyrell Witt for a minimal gain there, Duke.
Yeah, and both these teams are pretty much evenly matched. I mean, they're in the top 5 in almost every division, in every category in the YIAA.
And an interesting stat here, I was looking it up this week, too. Central is averaging 52 points a game and giving up only 7. We're going to see, they have a big opponent tonight in the form of the York High Bearcats, how they adjust to this Central York Panthers team.
Well, you know for sure that York High is going to run the ball predominantly most of the game. There's a slip up.
A snap of the fall. And it was recovered by Toby Stokes. Not exactly the way they wanted to start this game off here, too. That brings up a 3rd down now for this Bearcat offense. How much do you think jitters play into this at this point? You know, a big game like this.
This is a highly anticipated game. They were talking about it all week. And, you know, there are jitters out there, but you got to calm yourself down and play some football. And York High will do that.
On pink out here in Panther Stadium. A lot of the fans and cheerleaders decked out in pink tonight. All in part for Cancer Awareness Month here in the month of October. 3rd down and 12 now for the Bearcats. Toby Stokes rolls to his right, looking for a receiver downfield, and throws the ball out of bounds. And that'll be a 4th down for the Bearcats, and their punting unit will come out onto the field here at Panther Stadium.
And that was a quick 3 and out for York High. You know, like I said, the Panthers defense is very good. They're only giving up 8 points a game, and so is York High, only giving up 8.5 points a game. So they're very evenly matched. But that was a quick 3 and out for York High.
Quick 3 and out.
This is a battle of 2 good defenses and 2 explosive offenses as well.
Getting ready to punt the ball. Some nice hang time there, and that's take a bear count bats at about the 44-yard line of Central and Central's offense. We're going to see them for the first time tonight in the all-orange uniforms tonight.
And back there for Central was Mason Myers. He's a return specialist. He has about 4 touchdowns this year on punt returns. So it's a good thing that they get a chance for him to get the ball and get a running start.
Last week I saw him in Dallastown. He had not 1 but 2 returns in that Dallastown blowout last week with Central.
And Central set up right now.
Bo Probilla, number 1. Keep an eye on him. The sophomore from Central. 6'2", 195 pounds. And the ball given to Brandon Harris for a minimal gain, and you can hear the Bearcat crowd there. They were happy with that stuff there by the Bearcats defense, dude.
Well, the Bearcats front line, their defensive front line is well documented as being a really tough group of kids. So, you know, running up that middle is going to be really hard.
This defense for the Bearcats is led by Maurice Vizell, really a potential defensive player here in YAIAA.
And Central's in a hurry-up offense, not wasting any time to get back to the line.
And they have the offense spread out with 5 receivers. Bo looking downfield, looking to go deep. Intercepted and picked off by Antoine Beard, the junior from the Bearcats. And wow, just like that, the momentum swings back to the Bearcats in another possession. Bo was looking to go deep to number 5, Corinne Brown, and just kind of overthrew his intended receiver for the first pick of this game, dude.
Yeah, there was a little overthrow right there. It was going to number 5, Corinne Brown. Like I said, here goes Central defense back on the field.
Back on the field, and we'll see what this York High Bearcat offense can do here. They're spread out a little bit here, dude.
The key to winning this
back in the
game is
backfield.
not having turnovers for either team, so got to watch that.
And there he,
And that's Kelvin Matthews with the run.
Kelvin Matthews, number 24, a nice run for the Bearcats.
Solid 8-yard run.
And those are the type of plays this Bearcat offense needs to keep their offense on the field and keep Central's offense off the field if they look to win tonight, I think it's pivotal that this Bearcat wear this defense down and keep the Panthers offense off the field. Back to the running game again. Kelvin Matthews right up the middle to midfield.
And that's 2 big plays from Kelvin Matthews, and he's a big runner for York High as well.
You notice that from high atop the press box here, no doubt about it. A ground and pound, and Tyrell Witt comes in, spells him relief. We're going to see a lot of this running game here from the Bearcats tonight.
Oh, York High is going to run the ball until they can't run no more.
And it gives to Tyrell Witt inside the 45-yard line for the Bearcats in Central's possession here. Their side of the field.
And in a game like this, you almost got to expect, some turnovers because these are good defensive teams. And, the guys got to both keep their heads up and keep playing 4 quarters of football.
It's 4 quarters, 48 minutes due. And Toby Stokes back in shotgun formation to give to Tyrell Witt up the middle inside the 35-yard line. Much to the pleasure of the Bearcat Nation here at Panther Stadium.
Yeah, the Bearcats are moving the ball at will right now and doing what they want to do.
And must admit, from this standpoint, rather easily here on their second possession of the game here at Panther Stadium.
Toby Stokes in shotgun.
They give again to Tyrell Witt. And he moves those lanes, churns up for a nice another gain there. About a 5-yard pickup there, bring up a second down.
Right now, that Central defense has to tighten up and get a stop because York High is going to continue to push the ball down the field.
They are, and right now, just under 7 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter of a scoreless ball game here on your game of the week between the Central York Panthers and the York High Bearcats. Bearcats moving right to left. They're in their all-white jerseys tonight. Toby Stokes to give to Tyrell Witt. A minimal gain there on second down.
There was somewhat of a delay there between Toby and Tyrell Witt that helped Central out as far as getting that stop.
Big third down here for this York High team. See what they have dialed up here on 3rd and 5.
And as we
Ball on
spoke,
the 26-yard line of Central right now,
And as we spoke about earlier, the one thing that's going to hurt York High, we believe, in this game is their kicking. So if Central does a good job of keeping them out the end zone, then they can kind of bet on them maybe going for it on that fourth and not kicking the field goal.
And there is a timeout called by York High right now. They're going to collect themselves right now and go over their play. Various media outlets are here tonight, a strong media contingent, and rightly so, Sean, with this big game of the week here with NYIAA.
Definitely got to have all the media out here because this is one of the biggest games of the season, if not the biggest. So it's got to see everybody out here supporting both teams. It's going to be a good game.
And it could also have some District 3 implications as far as they have a home game or away game or who they play against. So, this can very well control the seeding for both teams going into the districts.
And we want to clarify, York High in 5A and Central in 6A. Mm-hmm. And you get sometimes out of the county, they really play a lot of the heavyweight schools in our area. And but these teams, they look to be up for it. I mean, they've had a sensational season. And notice the 3 losses between the 2 teams have come from non-conference games outside the county, Central losing only 1 time to Cumberland Valley. Yeah, York High lost to Cedar Crest and from this school from Pittsburgh, Central Catholic, to open up the season. But
these 2 teams here are the cream of the crop of YIAA right now.
And the winner of this will take sole possession of the Division I YIAA title. And the ball given to Kelvin Matthews.
Well, that was Marcellus John, number 35 with the carry.
I may need to upgrade my bifocals here, with some of the number selections here.
Well, we're sitting up high, so
we are,
I understand.
Right up here with the birds and pigeons. 4th and 1, and they're going for it right now. The ball at the 21-yard line. We emphasized about their kicking game with the Bearcats here.
This is a pivotal play right now for the Bearcats.
The pitch out. Oh, and hard hit there. You heard that, dude, from high atop the press box here. And I'm not sure. I believe he's short.
It looks short from here, but I'm not 100% sure. Looks like Central.
We're waiting for a final decision here by the referee crew here at Panther Stadium on senior night in pink out here as you're watching it live on Comcast York Channel 18 or streaming us live. Oh, a holding penalty.
Wow, I didn't see a flag on the field.
I did not. I just heard a heavy hit there, and
Yeah.
of course, the ball's going to turn over on possession.
And that was a stop that Central desperately needed. York High was moving the ball down the field with ease and
With
doing what
ease.
they wanted
They
on that drive.
a highly effective running game, Sean, as York High led down there and was just stopped there on the 4th down play.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. They got a holding call. Up top, we didn't see anything, but if the ref's seen it, they got to call it. So now it's going to be 4th and 15 for York High to see what they do. If they be able to kick, we might have a better outcome, but we'll see.
Yeah, 4th down and 15, ball on the 35-yard line of Central with that penalty.
And we also know that York High players can get 15 yards in a split second. I mean, these guys are runners.
Another timeout by back-to-back timeouts here by the Bearcats. That'll leave them with one timeout remaining here in the first half with 5:22 to go in this scoreless ball game. How much do you think that's going to come into effect here in a game like this between these two great teams and a lack of a kicking game? We talk about 3 phases of football: offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah, well, I believe that, going into the deeper you go into the game, as far as like the season and districts, it's imperative that you have a kicker. And, York High does have a kicker, but I don't know if they have a field goal kicker that can hit that long field goal when you need it. So that's going to be very tricky with them moving forward.
Yeah, and we see it at least at the National Football League. I mean, the difference between having a great kicker, good kicker, and a bad kicker, sometimes that can cost a team a few games a year.
And York High is so talented in other areas that you kind of forget about their kicking, their issues or their woes with their kicking. But they're still a good team in other areas.
No doubt about it. Again, they come
they
into
do
this
have to
game
clean that part up.
7-2.
4th and 15.
4th and 15.
With 5 minutes and 22 seconds to go.
Toby Stokes back in shotgun formation for the Bearcats.
And Toby's one of their leading rushers as well.
Looking to go downfield. Intercepted and picked off by Central. Justin Toome still oh, wow, hard hit there. Again, well, and a flag comes down on the play, maybe for a personal foul. Things are getting a bit chippy out on the field, dude.
And that's Judah Toome, number 4, the junior. He's a big-time player. I mean, he's very fast with the ball. I mean, he actually was player of the game last week for Central with 2 long balls. It looked like it got a little chippy towards the end of that play.
And each team now with 1 interception in this game. We'll see how the turnovers play out in the remainder of this game. We're here in the first quarter with 5:09 to go. And that penalty against the Bearcats.
That's a 15-yard penalty, which puts them at the middle of the field.
Personal foul being called against the Bearcats with 5:09 to go in a scoreless first quarter here at Panther Stadium. And we thank you for tuning in tonight to Sports Shooting Stars. Sean Preston, Dew Jones, and your host, Todd Edwards, here for Friday Night Football.
Sophomore quarterback Bo Prabula in shotgun for Central. And York High had a really good drive. I mean, like you said, hopefully both the teams got their jitters out now.
Trips formation for Central. The give to Isaiah Sturgis, number 32 for Central. As they come out to near midfield here, the Panthers moving left to right in their all-orange jerseys tonight on pink out. And senior night tonight here.
And you can see York High is playing man-to-man the whole way up. They really don't have a safety back there. The secondary is right up on the receivers, ready to play.
And you see the Panthers going again with a trips formation to the top of the screen there. Bo Prabilla back in shotgun formation. Lone setback, Isaiah Sturgis.
Bo Prabilla with the ball.
Rolling to his left. And not much there going on that play there on 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeper for a minimal gain there, Dew. I want to remind our fans here, he already has a scholarship opportunity for Temple University as a sophomore.
Yep, before he even
Capable of.
did any snaps this year for his sophomore season, he already had a Division I scholarship. So hats off to Bo Prabula.
The 3rd down and 8. I heard he picked it up. He went to camp down there. They liked what they saw and offered him one already as a sophomore. But back to action here. Judah Tome breaks through that on a hard hit. Wow, I'll tell you, there's some heavy hitting going on out there on the field, dude, tonight.
And as we mentioned before, Judah Toom, he's lightning quick. He's a tough guy. He was injured 2 years ago. He had a very bad knee injury, but since he's been back, Judah's been a high-powered player.
And he bounced up with that hard hit from the Bearcat here. Panthers looking up to hurry up offense here. You notice this, do.
I love it.
Single setback. In shotgun formation, looking to go downfield. In and out of the hands of number 8, Mason Myers. Another one of their playmakers for this Panthers offense. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 with 3:18 to go in a scoreless first quarter here at Panther Stadium on Sports Shooting Stars. And another, looks like a late flag came down. A holding call against the Bearcats.
Don't know
Dude,
exactly.
am I missing the flags being thrown tonight? Or, again, maybe I need to upgrade my bifocals tonight.
Well, there's some yellow out there on the field, so maybe.
Is there? Okay. A lot of action taking place here tonight at Panther Stadium. But looking to go downfield, in and out of the hands of Judah Toom. Number 4. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 with 3:15 to go as the clock is stopped on that incomplete pass. Ball on the 25-yard line of the Bearcats.
We also got some viewers from Clearwater, Florida that's watching the game tonight.
Oh, I hope they're enjoying the weather as much as we are here. Game time temp around 60 degrees for this time of the year. A beautiful weather here
it is.
in York, Pennsylvania. But
Very
hello
nice
to
night.
our viewers in Florida, the Sunshine State. Back to action here in 2nd down and 10. Bo Perilla is brought down hard.
And Bo Prabula was going through his transgressions.
Number 33, we mentioned his name earlier. Maurice Fizel with the sack. Keep an eye on number 33 for the Bearcats. We talked to Russ Stoner a couple weeks ago, remember, after telecast. Spoke very highly of Maurice Fizel. Mentioned about defensive player of the year for the YAIAA.
Yeah, Fizel's a big-time player, especially on that defense.
And he needed that play. Now it's 3rd down and 17 now. The ball on the 32-yard line of the Bearcats.
They should look to get about 10 yards because they got a good kicker.
Shotgun formation, and there's Maurice Fizel again. Back-to-back sacks, John. And that pushes him almost out of field goal position now.
It definitely does.
It looks like he's too fast for the blocker on the outside. He's just getting around it too easily.
Yeah, Maurice Fizel, he has to be on the scouting report because he's doing what he does. He
The speed coming around off the end, reminiscent of, remember, Reggie White, the late Reggie White. Their punting unit is out, and boy, back-to-back big-time plays here by this Bearcat defense.
And York High has no way back there, so they're just going to let the ball go.
And maybe try to rush it, and it's going to take a central bounce inside the 5, down to about the 2-yard line. And wow, what a punt there.
It's a big-time punt.
By number 30, Nick Bazel. He's their kicker and punter. Basil, I'm being protected.
Yeah,
Nick
Nick Basil has about 7-8 kicks a game because Central's averaging around 50 points a game. He has a lot of points from a kicker this year in the YIAA.
Well, and at this point, with 1:47 to go in a scoreless first quarter, I think coming into this game, we maybe thought there would be a lot of points scored. Not the case right now, as we're seeing both defenses really kind of clamping down on one another's offense.
Well, right now, Central has York High where they want them at the 1-yard line. So it's going to be very crucial. But they got to make sure they don't let a guy get through the middle and break down for a big play.
Big play, no turnovers, no safeties here. Toby Stoke back in the end zone, shotgun formation. And look at it, he carried. That was number 24. Getting confirmation
Number 24,
here.
Kelvin Matthews.
Kelvin Matthews with a carry.
Kelvin Matthews is built like a fullback, but he's a running back. He's a strong kid, and he can get down the field very fast.
They have a lot of running options on this Bearcat offense. Tyrell Witt. And why not go back to Kelvin Matthews again? That's a first down for this Bearcat offense with 1:17 to go here in the scoreless first quarter here at Panther Stadium. And we thank you for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars tonight.
And so far, it's been a heavy dosage of Tyrell Witt and Kelvin Matthews. We haven't seen really Toby Stokes run the ball at all, and he's one of the leading rushers as well.
Come around the edge because he go off to the races real quick. Back to action here. The give to Kelvin Matthews. And it's been a ground and pound offense right now with under a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter.
And your guys doing a great job with going through the first hit and still getting to the second line of the defense. They're going right through the first punch and keep pushing it.
Yeah, and this much credit to Central Panthers defense. They want to tackle because if they get in the open field, they're gone. Can easily go for an 80-yard touchdown. But here we are, back to action, ball on their own 20-yard line of the Bearcats. 2nd down and 5. Toby Stokes back in shotgun formation. The give to Tyrell Witt, and not much going there. And that may be the final play here in the first quarter, as the clock's ticked down under 15 seconds to go. And that brings up a 3rd down and 5 for this Bearcat offense.
And we can't say anymore how many people's out here tonight. I mean, it's crowded the whole way around the gym. I mean, the whole way around the field. The stands are packed. People really came out tonight to support this game.
They came out, and there we go. The end of the first quarter, a scoreless first quarter, 0-0. And the traffic coming in here, it was incredible, the amount of traffic. And, I look out over the press box, there's still some cars trying to file in here as we come to the conclusion of the first quarter of our game of the week. As you can hear the Central York Panthers band playing just below us. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's game. S3 Performance Training out of Heritage Hills Performance Center on Mount Rose Avenue, along with CR Property Group and Eric Brewer for all your real estate needs. Check out CR Property Group on Facebook. And for that matter, S3 Performance Training, they have a Facebook page too. If you want your son or daughter to train like the pros, check out S3 Performance Training here in York. Hope to give you some scores from some of the other games tonight, I mean, of course, another big one we'll keep our eye on, York Suburban hosting Susquehannock. York Suburban looking to go undefeated at 10-0 tonight. We hope to get some scores from around the league. Of course, the backyard brawl taking place tonight in Red Lion as Dallastown invades historic Horn Field tonight. And here's another matchup that's probably not getting much notice, but two teams that are 6-3. New Oxford plays at Northeastern tonight.
Should be a good game. And Northeastern needs this game because they've been sliding the last couple of games, and if they want to make it to district, it may come down to this last game.
Final game, and we hope to give our viewers some scores as this game progresses. The start of the second quarter is here.
If any of the viewers know any of the scores, they can post it and comment to our Sports Shooting Stars page.
And right now, just as we get ready for the start of the second quarter, a delay of game called against the Bearcats. That'll move them back 5 yards.
It's now 3rd and 9.
3rd and 9, the ball on the Bearcats' 16-yard line here as we get set to start the second quarter at Panther Stadium. Toby Stokes rolls to his left, looking for some running room to the outside, out to the 25, and he may have picked. It looks as if he may have picked that first down up.
That was a big block they got. Yurkai got in the backfield from Witt to open up that play for Toby Stokes.
And Toby Stokes with that picks up the first down, and the Bearcats needed that to start the second quarter.
That's a big key block right there to get Toby Stokes open for that first down.
We mentioned it earlier. If he can get to the edge, as any of the running backs, they're gone. You have to contain, set that edge. We're back to action here in the second quarter. Toby Stokes in shotgun formation. They give to Tyrell Witt, looking for some running room out to about the 30-yard line.
And so far in the game, Yurkai's doing a really good job with time possession with the ball. They're making sure they're milking it, getting the plays they want, and soaking up as much time as they can with having that ball in their hands and keeping the ball out of Central's hands, which is very key.
No doubt it'll keep that high-powered offense off the field, and the Bearcats are on, and we're back to action there. Tripped up Tyrell Witt. And, to tell our viewers a little bit about a running game, this really it shortens the game up. It wears out a defense, and your offensive linemen prefer to run block versus pass blocking do.
And then you run so much, and every now and again you throw the ball. So you catch the defense slipping every now and again by how many runs you do. And I think that's what York High is going to do. They're going to catch Central sleeping once or twice and try to throw that ball down the field.
Downfield right now. With running backs in the backfield, Tyrell Witt and Kelvin Matthews. What a 1-2 punch along with Toby Stokes in shotgun formation with just under 11 minutes to go. Toby looking to go. Completed. Tyrell Witt out to the 40. 45. And we talked about it. There you go. I believe that was Toby's first pass completed.
Yes, that was a very good play. That second pass completed. That was a very good play open up that Toby did just now.
And this running game, which has been highly effective tonight, will open up that passing game. And we're back to action here. The ball on their York High's own 46-yard line with just over 10 and a half minutes to go here in the scoreless second quarter. Give to Kelvin Matthews looking to break outside. Flag down out to midfield.
There's a holding call again.
Let's see.
On York High. And the penalties are starting to rack up a little bit for York High so far.
The refs are meeting on the field here.
York High wants to keep this momentum and fall back from getting these penalties because that's really hurting them.
Yeah, it's like taking that one step forward, 2 steps back when you get a penalty like that after an effective run.
And again, I'm very impressed with York High's tempo so far in the game. They seem like they're doing what they want to do, and they got Central right now back reeling. So
they do, and you wouldn't expect anything less from Coach Russ Stroner and his coaching staff here. He has his team prepared.
Just got an update from one of the Bearcats faithful, Jay Cope. New Oxford up 7, Spring Grove 6 right now. Out of the county game, Columbia 6 versus Elko. Elko has 6 points as well.
Sometimes you forget just how much football takes place on Friday nights, not just here in YIAA, but across the central Pennsylvania area.
Yeah, this is the last week for a lot of teams, so it's very important what happens tonight as far as District 3.
District seeding
and things like that.
And maybe the potential for us to possibly broadcast a game. But we're back to action here. The Bearcats with the ball. They give to Kelvin Matthews looking for running room. And it's tripped up. Minimal gain there for Kelvin Matthews on 1st and 20 with just over 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter of a scoreless game right now at Panther Stadium.
That was a good hit from number 10 from Central, Brendan Harris, but it also was a good run from Kelvin Matthews.
Yeah, Kelvin Matthews, you notice from up here, he runs hard. As you said, built almost like a fullback, but runs hard on each and every play. And he steps out for a breather right now, Kelvin Matthews.
2nd and 17 for York High. And Toby keeps it.
Toby Stokes, a quarterback keeper, and not much going. Oh, and is that a turn? I believe the referees are saying he was down on that play, Toby Stokes. I believe he was down on that play as Judah Toma looks as if he may have stripped the ball away from him and ran it in, but
very interesting. That play was very interesting because I couldn't tell from here if he was down or not.
I don't think he was down. I think his forward momentum was stopped. That's why they called it taking the strip away.
And Central actually had a strip touchdown last week against Northeastern. 2 weeks ago against Northeastern. So that may be a thing they run on their defense as far as stripping that ball out and going the other way.
And let's face it, you get a defensive touchdown, a special teams touchdown. It's quite an edge for that team. But here we are back in action here. 3rd down and 15 now for the Bearcats. Ball on their own 40-yard line.
It's a movement.
Some movement there along the line. And the Bearcats going to move the Bearcats back another 5 yards. It's going to be a 3rd down and 20 now for this Bearcat offense.
And again, we talked earlier about jitters and getting that out your system for this type of game. And it looks like York High right now is having some huge penalties.
Yeah, some mental mistakes
that's
right
really
now
hurting them.
taking place here in the second quarter with just under 8:45 to go here. Bearcats 3rd down and 20. And the quarterbacking, not much going there on that 3rd down play, for the Bear. That's Stokes. That's going to bring out the punting unit here for the Bearcats.
And that's going to give Central good field position. Now, you want to keep an eye on number 8, Mason Myers. I mean, he's a big-time return specialist, and him getting the ball where he's going to get the ball at is going to make something happen.
He's been known to break one. He did it last week at Dallastown. Not one, but 2 punt returns in a complete domination of Central last week at Dallastown. But back to action here in the second quarter.
He's going to let that one go, I believe.
He's going to take a Bearcat bounce and down at about the 32-yard line of Central as their offense comes back onto the field. Led by Bo Prebilla, the sophomore for Central York.
Just got a quick update from Jay Colt. Dallastown 0, Red Line 7 right now.
The backyard brawl, always a big rivalry between those two schools. It'd be interesting to see if Redline, who's possibly on the bubble of making the districts, they'll need a win tonight for any possible district consideration. But back to action here. Bo Prebilla in shotgun formation. Single setback. Looking to go down field to number 11 and just overthrew Taylor Wright Rawls, the junior, for Central.
And that was a nice play there. This happened to overthrow Taylor Wright Rawls. He actually had a step or two on Marcellus John. If you put that on the money, that might have been 6 points.
Central, and of course Bo Prebilla, not afraid to go deep. We've seen him throw the deep ball. And that won't be the last time we're going to see that in this game for sure.
And Bo's coming off an injury. He's getting better and better each game, so he has to get his timing down a little bit better, but he's doing well.
Okay, back to action there, the give. Give to the running back. Was that number 14, Amir Manigault?
Amir Manigault,
yes.
The sophomore, number 14. He's leading the team right now in touchdowns. He's a big-time player, man. He can spread that field up wide open when he gets the ball.
Another playmaker for this Panther offense. Spreading out their offense here with 4 wide receivers. Single setback. Amir Manigault as Bo's in shotgun formation on 3rd down and 7.
And Yorktown looking to blitz.
Bo rolls out to his left. Shakes it off. Goes to his right.
And he just throws it away. Yeah.
And it'll bring up a 4th down. 3 and out for this Central Panther offense. And doing some research, this team's averaging 52 points a game. They've found their opponent tonight in the form of the York High Bearcats and this stout defense.
Right, and York High came in ready to play. I mean, they're a good defense as well. And again, I have to give kudos to York High secondary. They're not top ranked, but their secondary right now is really holding it down for them and playing really good defense. They have no safety back there. It's all linebackers and cornerbacks playing against man on man.
Nick Basil with the punt. And that's going to take a Central bounce inside the 25, inside the 20 as it rolls. And a highly effective punt by Nick Basil.
And I said it earlier, Nick Basil has been having a really good year as a kicker. He's been kicking the ball very well and getting his defense in good position.
Well, here we are, sports fans, with 6:49 to go in the second quarter. A scoreless game right now here at Panther Stadium with Sports Shooting Stars, our game of the week.
Your daughter, she normally does our scoring, and tonight she doesn't have to do much.
You may have to wake her up. She's resting after a long week with school and volleyball for her. Thanks, Lexi, for helping out. She's back in the saddle here with the scoreboard operation. And we're back with action here right now. The Bearcats on offense, moving left to right on the TV screen. And the ball not much running room there by Marcellus John, I believe, carried number 35 for the Bearcats. They have quite the trio of running backs this Bearcat offense do.
They got 3 to 4 guys that can run the ball. They even have a freshman. I can't remember his name right now. Yeah, but a freshman
Trayshawn Smith, number 4.
That comes in every now and again, and he does a good job running the ball as well.
Second down and 9, ball on the Bearcats' own 17-yard line with just over 6 minutes to go here in a scoreless second quarter. Give it to Kevin Matthews, looking to break outside to the left. And brought down by the Panther defense.
And both these defenses are sniffing each other out right now. I mean, there's not no huge big plays, and York High is known for big plays. Central's known for big plays, and we haven't seen any of that as of yet.
Not yet, and we still have plenty of time to go in our game of the week here on Sports Shooting Stars. And it may come down to that, who makes the least mistakes. Right now, each team has 1 interception. But you can turn a play like that into a pick six. It could really change the momentum of this game.
Right now, it's 3rd and 6 with the ball on the 20. York High has possession.
Toby Stokes back in shotgun formation. The pitch out.
And I believe he got the first down.
That was number 35, Marcellus Johns. He needed 6 yards on that play, and it looks as if they're moving the chains. That's a first down for the Bearcats. And another new series of downs here for this Bearcat offense with just under 5.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, Marcellus John knew he needed to get that 6 yards. He just put his head down and went for it.
Toby Stokes back in shotgun formation. Toby's going to keep that and looks for some running room.
And Toby Stokes, their leader, also battled some injuries this year. He's been bouncing back and playing very well, but he's been chipped up a few times this year as well. And as we can see, the fans are still following in for this game.
A hard time finding a parking spot here at the campus of Central York. Big crowd tonight, and we thank you for tuning in tonight as you chose to maybe watch it in the comfort of your own home.
And as we always say, we bring the game to you.
No doubt. Second down and 7, ball on the Bearcats' own 29-yard line. And a minimal gain there by Kelvin Matthews, number 24. That brings up a 3rd down and 4 with 4:33 to go here in the second quarter.
And so far, I mean, this hasn't been a lot of razzle-dazzle, but it has been a hard-hitting game. And these guys are really working to get every yard they get.
It's been a defensive game so far by both teams.
3rd and 4.
Pass intended for Jaheim White, incomplete there, and that brings up a 4th down. With 4:11 to go here in the second quarter, it's with Sports Shooting Stars. It's Sean Preston, Dew Jones, Todd Edwards.
And that play right there they ran, York High, with that pass with Toby Stokes, it was actually a really good play. Toby, it was a little bit short on the throw, but he had blockers in front of him. That was a really good play call from Coach Stoner.
And for Central, Mason Myers is back to receive the punt.
And there's the first time Mason returns.
Mason has the ball out his 35. He's tripped up
Good play.
by number 23, Nakai Carroll. With 4:02 to go here in the second quarter, sports fans, it's scoreless here for game of the week.
That was a good shoestring tackle by Nakai Carroll because, as we said again, Mason Myers can bust it open for a lot of yardage. Great solo tackle for Nakai Carroll.
And that brings out the Panthers offense here.
With 4 minutes to go, Panthers had to put the ball, had to get close within field goal range to put some points on the board.
Oh, and it looks like that may be an offsides there on number 8, Joshua Emmanuel. Let's see here as the referees.
Yeah, that's the 5'8" junior, Joshua Emmanuel, was called on that offsides there.
Yes. And that'll move him up there 5 yards.
And again, there's a couple offsides calls against York High. That's because they're really trying to jump the ball. They're blitzing almost every down, and they're trying to get in there. Yeah, they're very aggressive.
4:02 left here. It's a 1st and 5. The ball on Central's own 42-yard line. Single setback. Mason Myers in motion.
And that's Amir Manigault with
Number
the run.
14 with a nice effective run here with just under 4 minutes to go.
Makes it 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1. I'd like to thank Cliff Kern, our producer, who's on site tonight.
Yeah, Cliff.
First time this season.
Yep.
He made his appearance tonight. Game 4 for us tonight.
Game 4 of our football season.
Football season, and it always goes by so fast, Stu.
It definitely does.
Back to action here. Mason Myers in motion. Burbola up the middle, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. He's gone, Dew. Touchdown, Bo Burbola.
That's big.
Over a 50-yard run there for Bo Burbola, and they needed a big-time play and got it from the sophomore quarterback, Bo Burbola. Stand correct, a 47-yard touchdown run. And hey,
and the crowd reacts.
And the crowd reacts. It sticks with this theme tonight, Sean, as the running game really opened up for Central there on the quarterback keeper by Bo Burbola.
I guess York wasn't expecting the one person, Bo Burbola to run. I guess they were focused on Manny, and Bo just got out on him.
That was a great RPO. Bo put the ball in there and ran it the whole way in.
And the kick is up and good by kicker Nate Basil.
One thing people can't forget that Bo runs a 4.445, so he's a fast guy. He's 6'1", 190, but he can run the ball very fast.
He can run the ball, and just like that, Central York is up 7-0 over the Bearcats with 3:23 to go here on your game of the week. And boy, that got this Central York Panther crowd.
As people can see, the crowd is into it. Our producer is showing some of the crowd and some of the other people, and they're hyped up. I mean, this is senior night. You're at Central, and they scored first, so the momentum is on their side right now.
Yep, and boy, how big is that, Sean, to score just before halftime?
Oh, that's huge. It gives them all the confidence in the world, so when they come back out, they might be exactly the same amount of hype, so we'll see.
And also you have to remember that Central gets the ball in the second half as
Yes.
well. But York High has 3 minutes and 23 seconds to make something happen.
To match that score, no doubt about it, and they can do it with their effective running game here. They're set to receive with 3:23 to go here in the second quarter at Panther Stadium on an absolutely delightful night here for football in the fall here in the greater York, Pennsylvania area. Nick Basil here getting set to kick it off.
Somewhat of a squib kick.
Yeah, squib kick brought up by number 28. That's Shaheem White, and he's off to the races, 40, 45, and brought down by the kicker, Nick Basil there with he slowed him up a little bit. How about it, dude?
Oh, that was Nick Basil with maybe a touchdown saving tackle because he was going to run that ball back.
A lot of speed there, and boy, ball at about the midfield here with 3:13 to go here in the second quarter on Sports Shooting Stars. Central 7, York High 0.
Ball be placed on the 50-yard line. Will be first and 10 Bearcats.
And let's see here, Sean, and do what this Bearcat offense can do with 3:13 to go. I'd like to thank S3 Performance Training for our sponsorships tonight, along with CR Property Group and Eric Brewer. Back to action right now. The give to Kelvin Matthews, midfield, down to inside the 45-yard line, and a nice run by Kelvin Matthews to get this Bearcat offense back.
And I know this is one of those games where after the game you watch it again to see all the plays, all the blocks, but there was some huge blocks on that return to make that play happen.
Trey Bernstein, an offensive lineman for this York High Bearcat club.
Big Trey.
Another big player here for this offensive line in the Bearcats offense.
And his brother was actually the quarterback last year, Seth Bernstein.
Yes.
He's at Juniata this year playing linebacker, so he changed positions as well.
Back to action here, Toby Stokes in shotgun formation. Rolls to his right, looking to go downfield here. Big throw. And, through the hands. Was that Trayshawn Smith, number 4? In and out of the hands of Duban. When the ball's like that, you almost have to pull that in there. The pass was there, thrown by Toby Stokes.
That was probably one of the better passes I ever seen Toby throw. The ball was right there on the money. It was a good route. Number 4, Trayshawn Smith, just couldn't bring the ball in. I'm sorry, it was number 14, Rasheem Lee, that couldn't bring the ball in.
It's kind of hard. I want to emphasize our viewers, kind of hard to see the numbers from where we're positioned at here at high atop the press box. But we're back with action here. 3rd down and 3.
That was about a 50-yard throw.
Bombs away there for the Bearcats offense. Give to Marcellus John, 1st down and more, down along the left sideline, inside the 30, inside the 20-yard line.
Hey, he just ran out of field. He could have definitely brought that one in as well. York High's making big strides going down that field trying to score before halftime.
Before halftime, I want to emphasize there's 2:18 to go here in the second quarter. Central York 7, York High 0, but York High's threatening right now, moving left to right in their all-white jerseys. Ball on the 23-yard line of Central York.
Yeah, York High's moving the ball in bunches right now. They're getting yardage as they want. Central has to lock up the defenses and try to slow them down and keep them out the end zone.
Well, and York High's looking to match that touchdown with this drive here, and it's a highly effective drive to give to Tyrell Witt, looking for running room, and not much going there as the Central York Panthers defense snuffs that one out, too.
And as we already said, I mean, this is one of those games you have to watch again. There's some big blocks going on out there and some hard hits.
Hard hits.
I mean, you look at the score, you say 7-0, you think it's not that exciting, but it's some good football being played right now.
And the clock is stopped. Central York, all three of their timeouts. York High have one timeout remaining here on pink out here at Central. Second down and 12. The ball on the 25-yard line of Central here. Toby Stokes back in shotgun formation where he likes to operate.
Second and 12. Kevin Matthews.
Give to Kelvin Matthews inside the 20, inside the 15, down to inside the 10-yard line. And wow, what a run by Kelvin Matthews. That'll bring up a first down and goal with just over 2 minutes to go here before halftime at Panther Stadium. First down and goal. Ball on the 7-yard line of Central. York High looking to match the score that Central had with that fantastic run by quarterback Bo Perbilla, a 47-yard touchdown run. Back to action now. They give to Tyrell Witt, looking to break to the left side, inside the 10, inside the 5. Tyrell Witt with the carry.
And York High's knocking on that door as far as scoring before halftime. They're pushing the ball down and doing a really good job. The ball is at the 3-yard line now.
And fans, want to remind our fans, we'll have an interview with the player of the game afterwards. How about Adu and Sean? We'll be down on field. We'll bring the game to you post-game.
And York High fans are getting excited. They're loud
They
over
are.
there.
You can hear it. They want the touchdown as much as the Bearcat team offense here and team.
And even the viewers are going up right now. They're trying to show York High as much support as they can.
Give it to Tyrell Witt. And is stopped there. A tough defensive stance there by Central. And that's going to bring up a third down as the clock ticks under 1:30 here in the second quarter.
And what do you think in a situation like this?
Central York's going to take their first time out here in the first half. Well, it's almost 4-down territory from
That's
what
what I
I've
was going to
seen
ask.
with
Is
York
this 4-down
High.
territory for York High?
And it's going to be, looks like the ball at the 4-yard line of Central. Third down.
For many years, the PTO sponsors this incredible event. Come right after prom at the high school. This party gives all seniors, regardless if they attend prom or not, an evening of entertainment.
Yeah, the crowd was rocking earlier, Sean. How about it?
Yeah, that's come to expect that. This is a loud environment, two good teams, so we're expecting them to be loud right now. I'm cold right now.
You're cold, and I'm jacketless here tonight. I have the polo shirt on and comfortable. Maybe it's just the adrenaline from coming into this game and such a big game feel here tonight between these two schools. And we're glad to be part of it here with Sports Shooting Stars. And the crowd for Central getting revved up here on third down and goal. As you can hear the crowd.
And this stadium is rocking right now.
It is rocking, and we're bringing the game to you with Sports Shooting Stars. A big third down, almost 4-down territory for this York High offense. Let's see what they can dial up here. Coach Russ Stroner and his coaching staff.
And again, York High's a running team, so you would expect them to get this 5 or 6 yards to get in the end zone. But Central has to buckle up and stop them from getting in there.
Remind our viewers it's
and it looks
third
like
down and goal here.
And it looks like the referees just changed the position of the ball they gave
for forward
Tyrell
progress.
Witt for progress.
Full backfield set here for York High.
On the 2-yard line.
2-yard line. The ball given to Kelvin Matthews. Touchdown, York High.
He's in.
He's in. Much to the delight of the Bearcat Nation.
Well, here's the thing again. There's a Central player with the ball, and they're wondering if that was a strip or not, but looks like the referee called a touchdown.
Side judge came in there doing it with his hands up, and that's a touchdown. And here we go. Now, we mentioned earlier, here's the place kicker.
And kicking the ball, I can't see the number right now, but give us a second. Toby
Stokes is the holder.
Is the holder. And this is York High's Achilles heel right
here.
here.
Well, let's see here. Ball is snapped.
And he made it.
Is that number 90? Brian Rivero.
Good kick from number 90.
There we go. He got it through the uprights, and that ties this ball game right now. The Bearcat Nation 7-7 with 1:20 to go here in the second quarter, Sean.
And you're
that's it's gonna be a great second half. That's all we can say right now. 7-7, tail of two offenses. Defense is playing great. It's gonna be good next half.
And York High did a great job of moving that ball down in 2 minutes. They got the ball with 3 minutes and 23 seconds, and they scored within 2 minutes. So that was a great play from York High. All started from that punt return, I believe.
Yeah, it set him up with nice field position and that power running game that York High offers. Punched it in there to tie this game up here in the second quarter.
Heavy doses of Kelvin Matthews that last drive that got him in that position to get that score. And Kelvin Matthews is their workhorse. He's been doing it all season. Like I say, he's built like a fullback, but he runs like an elite running back.
And at number 90 for York High, Brian Rivero is set to kick off. Almost a squib kick there. Ball picked up at about the 15-yard line. Brought out to the 25. Past the 30-yard line. And it sets up Central with some nice field position here with 1:15 to go in the second quarter of a tie ball game. 7-7 between York High and Central.
And again, we talked earlier about Nick Basil, the kicker for York High. the kicker for Central. And, if Central can get the ball down to around the 30, 40-yard line, anywhere around the 30, 40-yard line, Nick probably can give him a good field goal chance.
And reminder, viewers, Central does have 2 timeouts remaining here with 1:15 to go here in the second quarter. But back to action. Bo Perbola back in shotgun formation for this Central Panthers offense. The sophomore.
It's another blitz coming. That's Amir Manigault.
Amir Manigault breaks out to the right, out to midfield, and big-time run there.
That was a big 21-yard gain.
21-yard pickup due, and just like that, the Central Panthers offense, with 1:08 to go here in the second quarter, ball looks like it's going to be set up at midfield, just shy. And here we go with Bo Perbola back in shotgun formation.
Minute and 8 seconds to go before halftime.
Single back set there with running back Amir Manigault. And they give to Amir Manigault again. He faked us out. Bo Perbola breaks out to the right and a hard hit outside looks like it was almost outside the white paint there.
And it's like a little scuffle going on over there on the sideline. Anytime a quarterback gets hit on the opponent's side, it gets a little chippy sometimes.
Gets a little chippy and a hard hit there, and he's back on his feet here with 1:03 to go before halftime. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. Ball on the 47-yard line of the Bearcats. Plenty of time with 2 timeouts left for this Central York Panthers offense.
And again, as we mentioned, if Central can pick up about 20 yards, they'll be in field goal range for Nick Basil. Their
kicker and punter for Central, and it looks like a timeout. Coach Josh Oswald on the field there, pleading his case to the side judge. A bit of confusion there on that play, Dale?
Yeah, something was going on, I think, between the referee and Coach Oswald. I think he was a little bit upset about that hit that Bo Perbola took on the sideline and some of the antics that happened afterwards.
And he's still giving it to the head referee here near midfield. As Central's down to 1 timeout with 1:03 to go here in the second quarter before halftime.
We also want to tell viewers to also check this game out on TV. It's on Comcast Cable Channel 18 of York.
And thank our sponsors for tonight. S3 Performance Training at Heritage Hills Resorts, along with CR Property Group and Eric Brewer. Check both of them out on Facebook. They have their Facebook pages for your son and daughter's fitness needs. S3 Performance Training and Real Estate, CR Property with Eric Brewer. Back to action there. Bo Perbilla, quick pitch out. Is that Mason Myers?
And that's Mason
Number
Myers.
8.
The speedy wideout.
And just like that, he steps out of bounds there and stops the clock with 57.3 seconds to go here in the second quarter. And we see shades of this Central offense. They average 52 points. You see, once they get going here, how effective they can be offensively.
No doubt. Central has to play a very key right here and don't do anything that's out the ordinary. They're within Nick Basil's kicking range, so they just need to keep pushing the ball down for this last minute and set him up for a field goal, and also be aggressive and look for that touchdown.
Ball on York High's 30-yard line. Mason Myers in motion. Bo looking back. Drop off to number 4, Judah Toom, inside the 15, down to near the 10-yard line. And what a pass and catch there.
That was a great play from Bo Perbula to Judah Toom. And also some key blocking for number 5, Karan Brown, to open up for a couple yards for Judah Toom.
And just like that, another first down with 50.5 seconds to go. Ball on the 12-yard line of the Bearcats. Single back set. Oh, and movement along the offensive line. That's going to move Central back. I believe their right guard moved. Let's see.
Well, I believe that might have been against York High. I'm not 100% sure.
False start.
False start against Central, 5 yards back.
5 yards. That'll set the ball up at York High's 17-yard line.
With 50 seconds to go.
Plenty of time with one timeout here. First down.
You can expect the ball to go to number 14, Amir Manigault, for this play here. He does really good
Mason Myers in motion.
Within the zone.
And they give. Nice crossing pattern down inside the 5-yard line.
And
catch made by Taylor Wright-Rawls.
And that's the first time we mentioned Taylor Wright-Rawls, and he's a big-time player for Central.
He had a pass intended for him earlier in the game, just overthrew him, but here we are.
And the seconds are ticking away. There's 28 seconds to go. Central lines back up.
Single setback set. Mason Myers in motion. The give to Amir. Oh, the keeper again. He fooled us again. Touchdown. Bo Perbula. And just like that, 2 big touchdowns by Bo. And talk about the momentum swing with 19.6 seconds to go. Central, just like that, punches it in. And he's faking us out.
Yeah, he is. And we mentioned earlier, this team, both teams are big play teams. And you can see that York High came down and scored in 2 minutes. Central came down and scored in a minute and a half. So as we said before, these guys can make plays anywhere on the field.
Nick Basil with the point up and good. Central York 14, York High 7, 19.6 seconds to go. Don't go anywhere, fans who are watching at home. York High will receive this ball, and with one timeout, they can easily go downfield here and punch it in. Sean, your thoughts on your first half?
It was a great first half. Bo Perbula is basically controlling the game. He scored both touchdowns, but his passing has been on point, except for the first early pass he had was an interception, but other than that, he's been fine.
I think we think of Bo Perbula as a passer, as someone that throws the ball downfield. But tonight, his running ability has been on display and has certainly juked and faked me out a few times on our telecast.
Yeah, Bo is definitely a passer, but what people got to understand about Bo, he is an all-around athlete. I watched him with the Patriots play because he played with my son for a while. He's a passer. He was the best tackler we had. He's an all-around athlete.
And that's on display tonight here with a 14-7 lead right now. Central up with 19.6 seconds to go before halftime. Don't go anywhere, fans who are watching at home. Plenty of action here on Sports Shooting Stars as Nick Basil gets set to kick off.
And again, York High has plenty of opportunity to get right back in the game. They're doing a great job as well.
Squib kick there, picked up by the up man. Ooh, and the ball out to about the 40-yard line here. Interesting to see a squib kick on that. You would think you'd want to kick that ball as deep as you could and have York High move down the field that much longer, and now the ball sets up at the 40-yard line.
Central has to play this very closely. and not let York High get a big play down the field because they can score in 14 seconds.
Remind our viewers that York High have one timeout remaining here before halftime with 14.3 seconds to go. Toby Stokes brings his offense out on the field. First down and 10.
Are they going to be content with just running one play and going to halftime, or are they going to try to push it and see if they can get down the field?
Well, the offense is spread out there, single setback set. Jaheim White in motion. And there may have been some movement there along the line here. False start against York High.
False start on the Bearcats.
That's going to move them back to first down and 15. The ball on their 35-yard line now.
And again, these false starts from York High is really hurting them in the first half. Hopefully they can clean that up in the second half.
And possibly some movement again on this offensive line by York High, and not exactly the way the sequence of plays here do. Now it's first and 20.
Yeah.
With 14.3 seconds to go.
And again, does this change the play calling, or do you run? Are you still run the same play?
Toby Stokes back in shotgun formation. Jaheim White in motion. Toby Stokes, the keeper, upfield 30, 35. Looking to break outside. And York High may be content. Timeout with 6.1 seconds to go. The third and final timeout by the York High Bearcats. They're on Pink Out and Senior Night, fans. It's Central York 14, York High 7.
And if you can just see the sea of people that's here all around the field, I mean, it seems like the whole York County's here tonight.
The whole York County, yeah. The track is full. The stands are full.
And we got a lot of viewers, people that's watching the game online and as well on TV. So this is a must-see game.
Must-see television, appointment television, as they say, do. Mm-hmm. And I can't tell you how many people I talked to this week that were looking forward to watching our telecast and not coming out here. They didn't want to battle the crowd. They wanted to sit in the comfort of their own home and listen to us. And we appreciate the support tonight here on Sports Shooting Stars. And we're back with action here with 6.1 seconds to go. And let's see what the York High Bearcat offense has dialed up here. The ball at 37-yard line.
And that's Stoner that called, York High's coach Stoner that called a timeout. So maybe he had something dialed up for his last play of the game.
Play. Should be the last play here with 6.1 seconds to go. Toby Stokes. Give to Marcellus Johns. Breaking into the left side there. Up.
And that's going to take us to halftime.
5-yard line. And there we go, sports fans who are watching on Sports Shooting Stars. It's halftime. Central York 14, York High 7. As the players go back to the locker room here, they run underneath the tunnel. It's a nice setup here at Panther Stadium. Running back to their locker room in front of their cheering fans. Quite the effort. 2 touchdown runs by quarterback Bo Prabilla tonight. And that's been the difference due tonight. 14 Central, York High 7 on Pink Out at Panther Stadium. We hope to have some scores from around the league tonight here on our halftime telecast. And want to remind our fans that are watching to like us on Facebook at Sports Shooting Stars and get ready because we'll transition from our football season to our basketball season. How about it, Du?
Yeah, I can't wait for the basketball season. We should have about 10 games on tap, so should be a really good basketball season as well.
It'll be interesting to see this year. Switching gears a little bit, talking about basketball, what teams do you think are going to be in it this year in YIAA?
Well, basketball, every year, York High is always up there as well. Central's around. Northeastern plays well. That's pretty much the top teams. And also in Division II, you have York Suburban. York Suburban has a couple of additions this year, so you got to look out for York Suburban. It's another team on the tip of my tongue I'm thinking about, but I can't think about it right now. But they're usually the top teams in York County.
Top teams, and hey, we're back here with high school football action tonight. It's our fourth and final game. And with that, I'd like to give some scores here to our viewers who are watching at home. Of course, here it's halftime. Central York 14, York High 7. In that backyard brawl taking place at the historic Horn Field in Redline. Everything's tied up there in Redline, 7-7, as Redline plays host tonight to the Dallastown Wildcats, who come into that game at 2-7. DeLone Catholic 14, Hanover 7. West York and Dover knotted up at 0-0 right now in the first quarter. Kennerdale 14, Eastern York 0. Littlestown 14, Fairfield 0. At halftime, Northeastern 21, New Oxford 7. Second quarter action, Southwestern 20, Spring Grove 6. And here's this second quarter action, York Suburban 14, Susquehannock 14.
Wow.
An interesting dynamic there.
Right.
At York Suburban as they're playing their final regular season game there on senior night at York Suburban. Everything's tied up 14-14 between York Suburban and Susquehannock. And for our fans that are watching, fans of York Catholic, they'll finish the season tomorrow at 1 p.m. at York County School of Technology.
Yeah, York Suburban, they're flirting with that perfect season. So, it's get tougher as you go into the season later on into the game. So be real interesting what happens with that game.
Yeah, we'll keep our fans updated as I will keep an eye on the scores tonight. And right now, fans, the Central York Marching Band providing some halftime entertainment here at Panther Stadium.
From 1998, the Civil War the musical, to show that we are all one united people. And now, under the field direction of Drum Major Rolando Giron, the William Penn High School Bearcat Marching Band.
I stand correct. The Bearcat Nation Marching Band is out here at halftime. As the York High Bearcat Marching Band entertains the fans here. We have some viewers watching from Atlanta, Georgia. Man, they're from Florida. It's amazing. our sponsors tonight from S3 Performance Training, John Turpak. Welcome to the broadcast booth, John.
Hey, thanks for having me, Todd. Do appreciate you guys having me here.
Your thoughts on the game tonight, first off. We'll get your thoughts on the game and then jump in a little bit to S3 Performance Training.
Well, we're looking at probably the two best teams in the county here. You can include Suburban in that discussion. You kind of knew York High had the athleticism to keep up with Central. Central's an extremely fast team. I think what we're going to look at here in the second half, hopefully, is Central hopefully will wear them down. They got a little bit more depth. Russ Stoner will probably keep those boys doing the same thing, trying to control the clock. They probably had it for about 2/3 of the first half. So I expect to see a lot of the same. Right now the score is really close, so if there are no big plays, this could come down to a really, really tight fourth quarter.
And Du and I know who you're rooting for. You kind of give it away with that Central Panthers hat. But now, hey, moving on to S3 Performance Training, tell the viewers a little bit. You're one of the sponsors. Tell them a little bit about where they can get some information about S3 Performance Training.
And the renovations over at Valley Home as well.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Absolutely, yeah. So Heritage Hills, renovated a lot of their space, and we went in June. You can get any information on S3 Performance Training on our website, s3performancetraining.com. You can certainly visit us there. We do offer complimentary athlete assessments. We're working with kids right now, guys, anywhere from the ages of 5 to early college. Nick Parker, a baseball player, Coastal Carolina, has been one of our longtime clients for years. Actually started as a freshman for a few games. So we're excited about development of the youth. We work it all the way up. We have a ton of middle school and high school athletes. I'm wearing the Central hat because I'm a graduate of Central, and I played football here, but we also had the opportunity to work with their football team throughout the summer. So we do that with several schools: Dallastown baseball, Central York football, Central York girls volleyball. So we're really excited to be here.
And you mentioned earlier there's a couple of York High players that you worked out with as well, right? Who are some of those guys?
Well, we didn't really work out with them. I coached them back in the day.
There it is.
I dropped the name Yorktown Patriots. Some people love me. Some people are going to hate me for that. But Nakai Carroll over there for the Bearcats, a real talented player. Save probably would have been a punt return for a touchdown with a tackle on Mason Myers at the 30-yard line. So, I'm pretty excited to be able to see kids on both sides of the ball. I know Russ Stoner very well. I've used him for my college mulching service before, I've used his service for that. And Russ and I played football and volleyball against each other back in high school when he was at West York. So.
And we know you're into fitness. You have a long lineage with your family. Your grandfather, tell the viewers a little bit about your grandfather, John, weightlifter. Yeah, let's do that before we get back to action.
I'll honor his name since I'm the third. My grandfather, John Turpak Sr., was a two-time world 11-time national champion weightlifter. He actually competed in 2 Olympics, 36 in Berlin and 1948 in London. Unfortunately, in his prime years, there was World War II, so they didn't have any Olympics during the 40 and 44 years.
But great little history lesson. I always love sports trivia, and we love John Turpak, what he's doing here. Pleasure. Thanks for sponsoring Sports Shooting Stars, and enjoy the rest of the game tonight, John.
I sure will. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. Thank you both.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yep. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, man. There we go, and we're back with action. We're just about a minute and a half to go. We had, again, another sponsor, CR Property Group. We want to emphasize CR Property Group as well, along with S3 Performance Training.
Yeah, we want to give a big shout-out to CR Property Group with Eric Brewer.
Eric Brewer.
This is the second year they're sponsoring us. Eric, once he likes something, he likes to be on it for a long term. So he sponsored the whole season. So, we really appreciate Eric and everything he's doing, and also with CR Property Group.
And thanks for having us in this past Monday to talk a little football, leading up at All Live Media Studios. Eric, we appreciate the support.
We may be back next week to talk about the recap as we go into the district playoffs. So, take a look out for us coming back and talking with Eric as well. And
there is some possibilities that we could be airing a district game. That's still to be announced if and when the brackets come out. Look for our Facebook page, again, through Sports Shooting Stars for further information on a possible broadcast of a district game. But right now, tonight, we still have the second half of action here at Panther Stadium as the Central York Panthers are warming up, and the York High Bearcats are coming out from the locker room area as well and are going to stretch and get warmed up here for the second half. Again, Central York 14. York High 7 with just over 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go before kickoff here in the second half on a rather enthusiastic crowd here with the Central York faithful in attendance tonight on Pink Out and Senior Night due here in Central.
Yeah, and that first half was everything we wanted. It was a 14-7 game. Both teams playing big defense as we expected. And, not a lot of big plays, but like I said, it was a couple big plays from Bo Pabula towards the end of that first half, and some big plays also by York High.
York High led on defensive side by Maurice Fizel. Two sacks in this game, back-to-back sacks.
Maurice Fizel is one of them guys you gotta. He's on the scouting report.
Yeah,
He's coming. He can come from any angle. He's a big-time player, very humble kid, big-time hitter as well.
So we have a lot of people watching. I mentioned, people in Georgia and Florida are watching too, and we thank them for the support. The alumni base for both of these schools, very rich with history.
There's a lot of student athletes that we filmed last year that's now in college watching this game tonight. So we really appreciate that from the basketball side to the football side. Even tuning in right now, we have Ron Martin from News Channel 3. News Channel 8, I'm sorry.
News
Ron
Channel
Martin.
8, a long time, certainly.
Yeah. His son also played track and field over at York Suburban, and we appreciate everybody that's tuning in and watching us, and giving us that support.
And again, it's tied up in the second quarter with York Suburban and Susquehannock both knotted up at 14 there in the second quarter as York Suburban looks to move to 10-0 and undefeated on this season. Again, Southwestern in the second quarter 20, Spring Grove 6, halftime Northeastern 21, New Oxford 7. Red Lion and Dallastown in the backyard brawl in Red Lion at the historic Horn Field, tied up 7-7 in the second quarter. And we're about set for kickoff here, the second half of action. Central's going to receive the ball here in the second half.
Yeah, and that could be a momentum swing as well. If Central can pound the ball and bring the ball down the field and do what they need to do as far as getting 3 points on the board or 7 points on the board, that's heavily in their favor. But like I said, York High is big on defense. They get turnovers as well, so Central has to protect the ball and not let York High get back into it. And we want to tell the viewers also, if you see this link on your page, we're a community-based program, so share it. Let other people know that we're on TV, or, we're online. If you want to watch the game on TV, it's on Comcast Channel 18 of York.
Comcast York subscriber.
If you want to go on YouTube, it's on White Rose Community Television YouTube page. It's also on Sports Shooting Stars page, and also on my page because I share it as well, Dew Jones.
Share it, spread the word, Sports Shooting Stars. In Season 3 we are, and we thank you for tuning into tonight's telecast. Settle in here for the second half with your bottled water and popcorn, and we're about ready to kick things off here at Panther Stadium. Kick to the up man there, Dew. And a flash of flurry here. Off to the races.
And that's Judah Toom.
Judah Toom is gone, and just like that, what a way to start the second half here at Panther Stadium. And Judah Toom, I can't believe it, Dew.
And again, we mentioned Judah Toom. He was the player of the game last week for Central, and he's a big-time player, man. He can run really fast and get down the field. He's one of their special teams specialists as well.
Incredible. A 75-yard touchdown return to kick this second half off. And just like that, with a point pending here, it could be 21-7. The kick is up and good. And Central, just like that, with 11 seconds off the clock here in the third quarter, lead 21-7 over the York High Bearcats. And what a momentum swing, Dew and Sean, on that play.
That's definitely deflating for York High, but we're gonna see how York High comes back and responds. They don't need to get their heads down. They just come back out, play, have a good offensive series, and they'll be fine.
Yeah, York High needs to come back out, like Sean said, and play their game. They know Central has big players, big-time players, and also York High has big-time players, so they can give it right back to them in the right situation.
Clearly, the momentum's on the side of the Central York Panthers right now with that touchdown return, 75-yard touchdown return by number 4 Judah Toom, and just like that, a 2-score lead.
And for the Central, that's how you want to start the second half. You want to start off fast and in a hurry. Kind of had York High surprised by that quick run back, but let's see what York High does when they get the ball.
Get the ball, and we mentioned earlier in our telecast, they're averaging 52 points as Central Ball Club. York High, no slouch either. They're averaging 33 points a game.
37 actually a game, so they're right behind.
They're right there.
They're in second place as far as scoring.
Nick Basil getting set to kick the ball off here for Central York. and they're all orange uniforms, York High, and they're all white uniforms. And a little bit of a squib kick, again, kick to the up man, and there Marcellus Johns breaks to the outside, down the left sideline.
Marcellus John does a great job of making nothing out of something. You know what I'm saying?
Just like that, York High.
Something out of nothing. I'm sorry. Something out of nothing. He does a great job with that. I mean, that was a good kick also from Nick Basil. He puts a spin on the kick, and it's hard to pick it up. You got some fans also watching from Atlanta. That's Darnell Jackson, a York High graduate.
Welcome aboard, and thanks for tuning in tonight to Sports Shooting Stars. Friday Night Lights here at Panther Stadium. Ball set up on the York High's own 33-yard line with 11:43 to go here in the third quarter.
We also got Ed Bender, class of 75 from York High.
Representing Bearcat Nation.
Tuning in from Clearwater, Florida.
Toby Stokes, the give to Kelvin Matthews, breaks to the right, out to the 40-yard line. And near midfield, what a run there by Kelvin Matthews, number 24.
And Kelvin's probably averaging about 9 or 10 yards per carry. He's doing a really good job picking up bulk yardage when he gets the ball.
Toby Stokes back in shotgun formation. Single setback. Kelvin Matthews to his right. And to give to Kelvin inside the 50-yard line. And back to that power running game for York High, do.
You see Bo Perbula playing a little bit of defense. He doesn't do that too often. And last year he was a defensive player. He played safety the whole time. But this year, being a quarterback, he doesn't play too much of the defense. But right there, he was in on that play.
More of a safety role I've seen him in at plays. Came out for this series. Toby Stokes back in shotgun formation. Ball on the 47-yard line of Central.
Good hard snap.
Give to Kelvin Matthews inside the 40, down to inside the 35-yard line, and
the ball hit the floor.
His knee may have been down there, due. And side judges say he was down. The runner was down. There we go. Kelvin Matthews again with a run down to about the 25-yard line. And just like that, York High is ball on the the ball on the 24-yard line now at Central. York High moving left to right in the all white uniform. Give to Kelvin Matthews, looking for running room. And again, it
seems like Kelvin Matthews is their primary ball handler right now. He's doing a great job. He's probably creeping up on around 60 to 75 yards this game.
Yeah, and interesting, Tyrell Witt came into this game with over 800 yards rushing, and it's really been about the running of Kelvin Matthews tonight, the effective running of number 24 as he comes out for a breather. First down and 10 with 9:45 to go here in the third quarter. Toby Stokes. Keeper by Toby inside the 20 and down to about the 15-yard line for Toby Stokes.
York High's doing a good job bringing the ball down the field and getting yardage, getting their first down, and keep pushing the ball down. They get around that the red zone, and they didn't score last time. So this time they got to make sure they get in for a score.
Need to punch it in right now. They're down by 2 touchdowns here at Panther Stadium on senior night. Give to Tyrell Witt and drag down. Not much going there on that play, do. Under 9 minutes to go. Central York 21, York High 7. Looks like Maurice Vizell is coming in, number 33. We've seen him certainly on the defensive side. 3rd down and 7, ball on the 18-yard line of Central. Jaheim White in motion. And not much going there. That's going to bring a 4th down now for this York High Bearcat team. New interesting decision here by Coach Russ Stoner and the coaching staff. 4th down and 7, ball on the 20-yard line as the clock continues to run with just over 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And their offense is going to stay out on the field here. They need to pick up 8 yards.
We mentioned that before about having a kicker, and that was going to be an Achilles heel for York High. We'll see.
The swing out, missed tackle there, and they're going to fall short of the markers there, due. Ball's going to be turned over to this Central York offense. And here comes the Panthers offense. Ball's going to be set up at their 16-yard line of Central.
And again, both teams are playing a really sound game so far. I mean,
well, 1 turnover by each team.
1 turnover by each team, correct.
As Bo
The
Perbilla
score is 21-7 with 7 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
Mason Martin in motion. Mir Manigault with a carry. And right now, if you're Central, I would imagine you're looking for an effective running game. You have a 2-touchdown lead right now over York High as the clock continues to run with just under 7:20 to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, if you're Central, you just want to burn minutes off the clock. You just want to get first downs and keep pushing the ball down. It's not about how much you win the game. It's about winning the game.
And, of course, for Central, it's about districts, as it will be for the York High Bearcats. Central in 6A, York High in 5A. Give to Amir Manigault again, and that's going to be enough for a first down on 2nd and 4. Amir Manigault, a sophomore for this Central York Ball Club,
Amir Manigault is a very shifty runner. It's been like that this whole season. He has 10 touchdowns on the season so far.
They listed him at 5'8", 155.
And
he's a lot of speed.
He's also coming off a rib injury early in the season.
A new set of downs here for the Central York Ball Club. Mason Myers in motion. Bo Perbilla, they give to him. Amir, he's off to the races. 45-50. Down inside the 40. Amir Manigault. Touchdown, Central. What a run.
Well, we spoke about Amir Manigault, and he's a big-time player.
With a big-time play right there, and that puts Central York up by 3 touchdown score here.
And as we said, Mayor's only 5'8", 155. He's a very shifty runner. He's a small guy, but he has a lot of speed and power when he runs with the ball.
And our viewers saw that just like that. Panthers, with a point pending here, could be up 28-7 over York High with 6:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The kick is up and good by Nick Basil. And just like that, Central York 28, York High 7 here at Panther Stadium.
And we can't express enough. York High is having their opportunities. They're getting the ball down to the 20-yard line in the red zone, but they can't complete and get that score when they get into the red zone. And they have to go for it sometimes on 4th down.
On 4th down. And just like that, Amir Manigault with a big-time run by the sophomore.
Again, the fans are still here. Nobody has fouled out. I mean, there's still a lot of football to be played. Keep tuning in because York High is a fighting team. They're not going to go down without swinging.
You can't count out Coach Russ Stoner team with York High. They've been here only 2 losses on this season and still plenty of time to go. I want to emphasize that to our viewers. 6:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Both teams a full complement of timeouts with 3. Again, the score, Central York 28, York High 7 on the game of the week here.
And last year, I think the biggest difference between Central York and York High last year, Central York this year actually has a good running game. They have about 3 guys that can run the ball, and that gives them a different dynamic that they didn't have last year.
It gives the offense a lot of options, especially when you're led by this sophomore quarterback, Bo Perbilla, who, as you mentioned earlier in telecast, was injured, I believe, at the Red Lion game. Nick Basil with a kickoff here. Ooh, and a hard hit.
And Nick Basil's doing a couple of things with the ball. Sometimes he's squib kicking it, so it's hard to pick up. And other times he's just putting air on the ball so the guys can get down
And
there
that
and
was
make a
near
play.
the sideline there. And number 19, Jaquez Simmons, caught that and really forced him out of bounds there on that play. It'll be Bearcats possession. They're moving left to right.
License plate KHD 5737. You have the York band parked in. You need to move it immediately.
Some public service announcements going on here as well for us out due during our broadcast.
For sure.
To let the viewers at home know there was a vehicle parked in the York High marching band's vehicle. So back to action there here in the third quarter. Toby Stokes. And they give to Marcellus Johns, looking to break to the left side. And not much running room there as he brings the ball out, maybe for a 2-yard pickup.
Stokes' handoff to Marcellus John. No gain, and there's a flag on the
And there's a flag down, a late flag that came in on that play. Let's see what this is due. You hope not the emotions are taking over a little bit right now in this game.
And York High had it earlier. They had a personal foul. Earlier it was a 15-yard play, so I don't know where it's coming at.
And it is penalty against York High.
And that takes them back 15 yards, and I think that's
Not the direction they
Not the
want to be
direction you
moving
wanna go.
offensively right now.
penalty.
An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty called against the York High Bearcats with 5:57 to go here in the third quarter. Ball on the York High's 17-yard line.
bubble screen.
A little pickup there, nice. Gets them back into the flow a little bit there with that play. The bubble screen there do.
And I think that's only the fourth time you saw Toby Stokes throw the ball today. So, they got to get the ball down there in chunks and in a hurry as well.
They're down by 3 scores right now, and with 5:40 to go in the third quarter.
And again, York High, any one of the running backs can bust open a 70, 80-yard run. So, Central has to be disciplined in their defense and make sure they don't give up any big runs. 3rd and 13 with the ball on the 25-yard line with 5 minutes and 42 seconds to go in the third quarter. Toby rolls out.
Toby rose to his right, looking downfield. He decides to keep the ball and brought down hard on 3rd down and 13. And that's going to bring out the punting unit here for York High.
And that's going to give Central good field position if they do decide to punt.
And the clock continues to roll with just over 5:20 to go here in the third quarter. Rayan Rivera is the punter here for York High.
If it's not moved in 5 minutes, it will be towed.
On pink out here tonight at Panther Stadium.
737.
And it looks like that was off
Very
the side of his foot and takes a Central bounce and inside the 35-yard line. And just like that, you're going to set up Central York's Panthers offense with great field position here in
They're
the
already
third
in
quarter.
field goal range for Nick Basil. So, not the thing you want when you kick the ball.
Clearly the momentum has swung to the Panthers side. Let's see if it continues here with 4:44 to go here in the third quarter. I'd like to thank our fans for tuning in tonight to Sports Shooting Stars as we're back with action here. Bo Perbilla back in shotgun formation. Mir Manigault, lone setback.
And Central plays that college-style football where they look at the coach before they call snap.
Mason Myers in motion, number 8. Bo looking to throw the ball downfield. Number intended for Taylor Wright Rawls and a flag down, and whoa.
Taylor Wright Rawls actually probably sold that pass interference, but it was some contact between Marcellus John and Taylor Wright Rawls.
Taylor Wright Rawls, and it looks like.
And that's a spot foul, correct?
And the referee's sorting this out here right now. They got to. Ball set up at York High 17 yard line. New set of first downs here for Central York. Bo back in shotgun formation, and they give to his running back, Amir Manigault, and brought down hard there on that play.
That was a good tackle from number 23, Nakai Carroll, as he took down Amir Manigault.
Central York 28, York High 7, with just over 4 minutes to go in the third quarter on Sports Shooting Stars with Sean Preston, Dew Jones, Todd Edwards, producer Cliff Kern, along with Lexi Miller. Keeper by Bo Perbilla, and looking to break. Outside, stays on his feet, outside, inside the 10-yard line. And what an athletic play there by Bo Perbilla, Dew.
Yeah, he keeps his legs running, man. Once he gets hit, he doesn't stop.
Incredible effort.
And you're looking at York High's defense right now. You see their hands on their hips. It looked like they're a little bit tired and a little bit winded as well.
Winded, and I'm sure a bit frustrated right now with this score. And Central York threatening for more right now in the third quarter. Mason Myers, the give to Mason Myers, breaks to the right. Flag down, but inside the 5-yard line, Mason Myers with the carry. Let's see what this flag represents, Dew.
It might be a holding on Central.
Referees trying to sort this. It was a holding penalty against the Central York Panthers. We'll move them back 5 yards. Bring up a 3rd down and 7. The ball on the 14-yard line of York High. Central York threatening here, looking for more. They lead this game 28-7 over York High. Bo drops back, looking to throw the ball down, scrambles out of the pocket, and just throws the ball away there. And that'll bring up a 4th down, due with 3:23 to go here in the third quarter. Central York 28, York High 7.
Well, that's one thing that York High fans don't want to see. Number 33,
Maurice Fizell
is limping a little bit out there. He was in heavy pursuit of Bo Perbula, and after the play, he came up limping.
Not a good sign for this Bearcat team. But the field goal unit trots out here for Central York. Nick Basil.
And this is well within Nick Basil's range as far as kicking field goals.
Heard he's getting some interest from some colleges, Dew. And blocked. And a pickup by the keeper by Bo Perbilla.
Big block. That's a very, very good big block. And again, that shows York High is still being resilient. They're not giving up, and they're still going after the ball.
Not quitting, still coming, still playing. And there's Maurice Fizell. It looks like he's holding his left knee as he slowly walks off the field. But York High needed that block. Field goal.
Yeah, Maurice Fizell's giving everything he has, but you can tell right now that he's limping. He's coming up a little gingerly as well. Good defensive play by York High.
And the Bearcat offense comes back onto the field right now, down by 3 scores. Again, Central York 28, York High 7 with 3:14 to go. The ball on the 19-yard line of York High.
I want to remind people there's still 15 minutes of football to play. There's 3 minutes left in this quarter and 12 minutes in the fourth quarter. Central jumped off sides.
5-yard penalty. Want to remind our fans that are watching, post-game, we intend to go down onto the field and hopefully get an interview with the player of the game and maybe the coach of the winning team post-game.
That's our intentions. I don't know how wild it's going to be down there with all the crowd, but that is our intention.
hopefully we can meander through all the fans and make our way downfield and present a post-show for our fans that are viewing at home.
And we
right
also
now.
give away our Player of the Game shirts, sponsored by CR Property
CR
Group,
Property
and
and
also S3 Performance Training.
I want to give a shout-out again to John Turpak and thank him for visiting during our halftime show. But back to action right now. Ball on the 19-yard line. Give to Kelvin Matthews. Looking to break to the outside, but Central's containing the edge right now.
Right.
Doing a good job, not allowing them to come around and break that big run off. .308 to go here in the third quarter. Sean, your thoughts on the game so far?
And you also wonder if Coach Stoner is going to open up that playbook a bit more and get some different plays out there that, Central's not aware of.
Yeah, with 3:08 to go, Sean, they need something and need it quick.
I think right now, I think York High needs to get away from the run a little bit. They got to start taking some shots down the field. They can't be content on running the ball, keep that time moving. They got to make some passes.
Make some passes, and with that run there, Kelvin Matthews broke to the left for a nice pickup and close to the first down markers. Bring up a 3rd down and 1. The ball on the 28-yard line of York High as the clock continues to tick under 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Both teams a full complement of timeouts tonight.
And York High's doing a good job with time of possession with the ball, but they got to make sure they get these scores because you don't want to just hold the ball for 5-6 minutes and don't get a score.
The quarterback keeper, and it looks like they picked up the first down there, doing a new set of downs for this York High Bearcat offense. Ball on the 25-yard line of the Bearcats with just over 2 minutes to go. Again, Central York 28, York High 7. Toby Stokes.
And so far, Central defense is playing within their range because they only average 8 points against them. So they're doing what they had to do as far as their defense.
Kelvin Matthews with a 1-yard carry there. And York High, here we go, 2nd down and 8, ball on the 27-yard line. Toby Stokes in shotgun formation.
Looks like this may be a pass play here.
York High spreading out their offense. Gives to Tyrell Witt. Up the middle and out to the 40, 45, 50. Inside the 45, down to, inside the 40-yard line of Central. And just like that, the York High Bearcats moving left to right. A highly effective run there by Tyrell Witt.
That was a big play from Tyrell Witt, and that's definitely what York High needed as far as momentum and get them going with this drive.
How important is it for them to score and punch it in here for 7?
Well, as we said before, York High gets all the way down to the red zone, and they have a trouble punching the ball in, so it's very important for them to get a score. They had their opportunities throughout this whole game.
Full backfield set here for York High. Oh, and a missed snap there. And Toby's just going to fall on it, and a big loss there on that play. And it could have been more disastrous with a possible turnover there. But
that might have been a 12-yard loss right there for York High.
And again, not the direction York High wants to be moving here as we close down here the third quarter with under a minute to go. Central York 28, York High 7.
The ball is now 2nd and 21 with 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Excuse me, 2nd and 22.
2nd and forever, as I like to say, and we'll see what Coach Stoner has dialed up for this. And a flag is thrown. Looks like they may have had 12 men on the field there, York High, as one player was frantically running off the field, one too many.
Right. When you lose 12 yards and then you come right back and have too many men on the field, that's frustrating.
Especially after a big run by their running back, Tyrell Witt. Back to action here. Toby Stokes in shotgun formation. And Maurice Vizell. Nice carry. And, boy, that brings him back in there inside the Central territory, inside the 40-yard line. Little pitch to Maurice Vizell, and it looks like his knee's okay, dude.
Well, again, like I said, I think Maurice Vizell's giving everything he has out there. After the play, he's getting up a little gingerly, but he's giving everything he has. Whatever the coach needs, he's there for him.
And that's looks as if that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Fans, buckle up at home. We're going to have a final 12 minutes of action here on Friday Night Football, brought to you by Sports Shooting Stars and CR Property Group, along with S3 Performance Training at Heritage Hills. As the Central York Band is playing just beneath us. Fans and others from other scores around the league. In the third quarter, Red Lion and Dallastown tied up 14-14. West York and Dover in the third quarter tied up as well, 14-14. Gettysburg all over Greencastle, 41-9. Northeastern in the third quarter, 28. New Oxford, 14. In the third quarter, York Suburban 21, Susquehannock 14. And also in the third quarter, Southwestern 34, Spring Grove 13. Any surprises with some of the scores, Do?
No, not so far. I'm glad to see that York Suburban is starting to get a little bit of a cushion against Susquehanna. It was great to see them to finish the regular season undefeated. That'd be very nice for them. And also for Northeastern. Northeastern been sliding the last couple games, so it's good to see them back on track.
Yep, Northeastern a nice lead over New Oxford right now, but back to action right now. York High moving right to left on the TV screen. And the ball given to Marcellus Johns, and not much going there. And there's a scrum out in the field as both teams are going. Flags are flying. Looks like fists are flying as well, Do.
Well, that was.
Oh, there's some fists flying out there. And there's the referees and the coaching staff need to get some control of this game right now, Do.
Well, that was between. That tackle was on number 5 for Central, Karan Brown, against Marcellus Johnson. They know each other. They're friends. So, it got a little chippy, but they're friends.
It's become a little bit of wrestle brawl out there, Do and Sean.
We can't have this. I mean, it was a tackle. It was uncalled for, but it sometimes happens in sports. Hopefully nobody's hurt. Everybody can get back to the game.
No doubt about it. Emotions, especially in a sport like football, tend to be at an all-time high. As both teams are gathering themselves right now here, as we just got started here with the fourth quarter, Do.
Yeah, frustrations can get a little high with a highly anticipated game like this, and it's starting to get a little bit out of one team's reach. But, we want to keep things clean. The referees are doing a good job out there with separating the guys. And again, that play right there, those two kids know each other. They play with each other and stuff like that. I just think that, their emotions got caught up in the game.
There we go. They're going to both teams huddling on their sidelines here, and as are the referees near midfield, presumably deciding what infractions, what penalties there are, and if there would be potentially any players ejected from the game, Do. I'd be interesting to see how this plays out. At the collegiate level and NFL level, with the replays, sometimes those things occur.
That's the key for these referees, to keep their heads level and cool. And also from the coaches, we don't want any dirty plays or anything out there, finishing up this game. This has been a great 3 quarters going into the fourth quarter. It's been good, clean football. So, we want to keep it that way because we're still representing your county. We don't want to have anybody get hurt. And both of these teams are going to districts, and you need those guys to make it to districts.
No doubt about it. Of course, district action will get underway next week. Hard to believe, November 1st already, next week.
This season's flying.
It's flying by.
And as you can see, the referees are still talking.
Still talking.
As you said, Todd, there may be an ejection maybe going on, or I don't know what's going on at this point in time while they still have the flags on the field and they're still talking.
But a pause in the action right now. Sean, your thoughts?
It was several kids throwing punches, but I think it's going to be offsetting penalties and just get the game started. Again, I'll just hope nobody's hurt. Everybody fine. Everybody can play again. So that's all it is.
Well, just to reiterate, it's cool when you get a little rough and things like that. But when someone throws a punch, there may be something in the rule book where that player may be ejected for throwing a punch. I can understand getting a little rough and pushing each other around, but throwing punches is something that they don't want to see out here on this field.
Yeah, it's not a boxing ring, right, Duke?
No, it's not. You want all the kids to come in the same way want them to leave the same way they came in,
Exactly.
healthy, without any issues.
No injuries, and for them to enjoy the rest of their weekend as the start of another weekend here. And you're watching Sports Shooting Stars on Comcast York Channel 18, or if you're streaming us live on social media, we welcome you to the broadcast as well. And thank you for tuning in. And like our Facebook page and share our game if you're watching us on social media.
Yeah, and it's been a great competitive game. I mean, just had a little break in the action just now, but as far as the game, I mean, it's been very competitive. Good defense, hard hitting, great game.
I think it's everything we've kind of expected coming into this game. It was a lot of hype leading into tonight's telecast with the media, and we've got to see it unfold tonight with 11:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Both teams have full complement of timeouts. Again, the score, Central York 28, York High 7.
And as you can see, as the fans can see, Coach Stoner and also Coach Oswald is out there talking to the referees.
Talking to the head referee who's wearing the white hat, as you can see on our telecast.
Still don't know what the play call, what is going on as far as those penalties, but we should figure out pretty soon.
We should hopefully come to some conclusion here again in the fourth quarter. Just the start of the fourth quarter here on Sports Shooting Stars. Coach Josh Oswald still out talking to the head referee here. And while we're at it, let's give you some other scores. Bermudian Springs in the fourth quarter leads Biglerville 14-12. Kennerdale in the third quarter leads Eastern York 26-6. Littlestown all over Fairfield 27-0 in the third quarter. And of course, tomorrow's lone high school game will be taking place at York County School of Technology as they play host to York Catholic at 1 o'clock kickoff there at York School of Technology there in Spry, Pennsylvania.
And that may have been offsetting penalties we're going to see right now.
Unsportsmanlike personal foul. There's a lot thrown out. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, a personal foul.
It looks like Central may be penalized overall for that call right there. I'm not sure.
Well, the chains look to be moving down into the direction, into the Central territory here, as we're trying to make this out here with you along with our fans watching at home. And, yeah, they're going to march it down inside the 40-yard line here, Dew. It looks like it's going to set up the ball about the 31-yard line of Central.
Gives York High a great opportunity to punch the ball in and get a score. Again, this is only a three-score game. It's very close, especially for a team like York High that can put up big points very fast.
They can. And, again, we're here in the fourth quarter with 11:50 to go. Want to emphasize that, 11:50 to go. Central York 28, York High 7.
That was about a 7-8 minute break in between.
It was a little break in the action here, dude.
Don't normally see that in a football game.
Well, while we're at it, again, we'd like to thank our sponsors, S3 Performance Training. If you have a son or daughter that's looking to get in peak physical condition, check S3 Performance Training out. They're located at Heritage Hills on Mount Rose Avenue exit, not too far from Central York High School. And along with CR Property Group and Eric Brewer, Integrity Home Sales. For all your real estate needs, check out Eric Brewer and CR Property Group.
And we also want to encourage other local businesses to reach out to us so we can do some cross-branding and also promote them live on air.
And here we are back to action here, much to the dismay of the Central faithful here. York High set up with good field position. Toby Stokes rolling to his right, looking to throw downfield. In and out of the hands of his intended receiver.
Stokes' pass is incomplete.
That'll bring up a second down for York High. Ball was intended for number 9 and Antoine Beard for York High.
Just a little low for Antoine Beard.
Full backfield set for York High. Toby Stokes in shotgun formation. Not much going there. Brought down by number 9, Jack Smith of Central. Tyrell Witt brings up a third down here as the clock continues to run with just over 11 minutes to go here at Panther Stadium,
And again, Central's defense is as good as advertised. I mean, like I said, their average is 8 points a game, and they're holding York High, which is an explosive offensive team, to only 7 points right now. And even York High's defense is doing well. They just gave up on some big plays. But, as far as, playing play-by-play, they've been doing a great job as well.
And this is about the average that Central gives up, 7 points a game. Toby Stokes looking for pass. It has plenty of running room up the middle inside the 20-yard line. And that's enough for a first down and keeps the chains moving here. With under 11 minutes to go, Toby Stokes making some things happen with his legs, Ball set up at the 16-yard line of Central York. York High looking to punch it in. They need this score right now in the fourth quarter. Give to Kelvin Matthews, breaking out to the right and dragged down. Not much doing there on that play.
And coming out the game for Central, number 7, Seth Griffiths. He's their starting linebacker, and look like he's a little bit hurt as well. He's coming out the game, limping out the game.
The junior, 5'9", 180 pounds.
And he's a soul of that defense, of that linebacker core. Again, York High is back in familiar territory. They're back in that red zone where they have a lot of problems so far in this game.
Being able to convert it to touchdowns. And it's going to be timeout for York High, their first of 3 timeouts here with 9:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. Central York 28, York High 7. But York High's threatening here, in the fourth quarter.
And we mentioned earlier, York High's been in the red zone about 3-4 times today and, couldn't seal the deal, as they say, as far as punching it in. So hopefully they can get in with this drive and kind of change the trajectory of this game around.
Still plenty of time for York High to get back into this ball game, but it really starts with this drive, and punching it in for 7.
Kudos also to Toby Stokes. He's doing a really good job at the quarterback position, not having any turnovers, and had one turnover earlier.
One interception earlier
in the game. But as far as game control and controlling the game, he's doing a really good job with that.
We'll give our viewers some scores.
They have Maurice Frizzell in the back
Toby
field.
Stokes breaking to his left, looking to throw the ball downfield, in and out of the hands
of Antoine Beard.
Just could not make the connection there. Brings up a 3rd down and 12 for York High. Have some scores for our fans that are watching at home. In the fourth quarter, Dallastown 21, Red Lion 20. In the third quarter, York Suburban 35, Susquehannock 14. Opening up things a little bit now at York Suburban as they look to move on to an undefeated season at 10-0. Southwestern 34, Spring Grove 13 in the fourth quarter. Gettysburg 48, Greencastle 9. And we're back with action. Full backfield set for York High. And Toby Stokes with a keeper and a loss on that play. And Sean, this is going to bring up a 4th down for this York High Bearcat offense.
That was a good open field tackle by Judah Tome, number 4 for Central.
We're calling his name a lot, are we not tonight, Judah Tome? Not just offensively, special teams or defense.
Judah Toombs one of them all-purpose players. He can do a little bit of everything. He's a really good kid. Like I said, gives you a lot of hard work out there.
And here we are, 4th and 14, ball on the 20-yard line of Central. And, Sean, they're going for it on 4th down.
Yeah, they're going to have to go for it here. This is 4-down territory regardless. They got to get some points. They got to score here.
Here we go. And they give to Marcellus Johns looking for running room. Breaks one tackler inside the 20. And not enough for the first down. They needed to get to about the 8-yard line. And were unable to make it on that play. And the ball will turn over, fans, to Central York. And this win, we want to emphasize.
That's been the tell of pretty much the game of York High getting down into that red zone and not being able to seal the deal.
And not being able to punch it in and score sevens. And we want to remind our fans, the winner of this game will win the Division I crown in YIAA.
Outright.
No shared title this year.
Last year it was York High and Redline. I believe they shared it. Then the year before that, 2017, was York High and Dallastown.
Dallastown, correct.
So this year would be the first time if Central can pull this out, well, they'll have the championship outright.
Bo Perbilla with the ball. They give to Amir Manigault up the middle. And look at his cuts. Brought down by number 22, Aaron Johnson of York High. But Amir Manigault, that may have been the icebreaker had he scored there on that long run.
Yeah, Amir Manigault with that run there, he takes himself over 100 yards this game. Oh, I'm sorry. That was number 32, Isaiah Sturgis with the run.
We're so used to seeing Manigault run wild. It's a nice changeup for this Central York offense. Now, Amir Manigault is behind there. Cade Perbola. Isaiah Sturgis came out holding his leg after that run. And there's Amir Manigault looking to break to the outside. And, ooh. Some hard hits going on here, too.
And again, as we mentioned earlier, Central this year has something that they haven't had in a long time, and that's a running game. And Central has 3 guys that can run the ball. And they're not getting much passing from Bo Perbula. They're just running the ball. Same as York High, they're running the ball. So,
and Isaiah Sturgis is back in the backfield there behind Cade Perbola in shotgun formation. Offense is spread out for Central. Under 8 minutes to go, 7:53 to go. Central York 28, York High 7. Mason Myers in motion. And they give to Isaiah Sturgis up the middle and a hard run. And you said it, this heavy running game with Central York with this 1-2 punch between Amir Manigault and Isaiah Sturgis.
Not much passing this game, Todd.
No, right now, well, I think they have a comfortable lead, Central York, looking to take some time off the clock, and they have an effective running game going on right now here with a 3-touchdown lead over York High. Cade looking to the sidelines for the next play. Offense is spread out, 4 wide receivers. Judah Toom in motion. And they give, he breaks to the outside. Continuing to run the ball here with just over 7 minutes to go. And Isaiah Sturgis, single setback.
Yeah, you don't want to go away from what's working. So I believe Central will keep running the ball until they get down to within the 20-yard line.
Offense is spread out again for the Central York Panthers. Judah Toom in motion. Give to number 32, Isaiah Sturgis. And I think Central York right now is content with just running the ball and running the clock down here.
Yeah.
They have, again, a 3-touchdown lead. We're 6:50 to go and counting here at Panther Stadium on Friday Night Football with Sports Shooting Stars. Trips formation for Central. On 2nd down and 3, the ball on the 20-yard line of York High.
A little busted play there.
And Maurice Fizel with a bat down there. He was right in the face of number 1, Bo Perbillo on that play.
I believe that was a busted play. Bo went one way and the guy went another way. Good pursuit from Maurice Fizel. And it's eerie quiet over here on the Central side. I think they feel what's happening, what may be happening, but they're not ready for it yet. So it's very interesting how quiet it is on the Central side.
A comfortable lead for Central right now. Up the middle, and again, his third touchdown run of the game, Bo Perbillo.
And he's the difference maker.
And he is the difference maker, and wow. Sean, I don't know what else to say.
I think we have to solidify who our player of the game is.
If they can hold on for this W tonight, certainly I think we do know who that player of the game will be, and what a magnificent effort for number 1, Bo Perbillo here.
I mean, it's been a great display of Central's talent tonight, as well as, like I said, York High had their opportunity as well. But tonight seems like it's all Central.
Yep. Nick Basil with a point up and good, and that makes the score Central York 35, York High 7 with 6:08 to go here in the fourth quarter at Panther Stadium. And, we're used to reading and hearing about quarterback Bo Perbillo's passing, but tonight he's really taking this game over with his legs, Stu.
Yeah, and the years I've been watching Bo, he gets credit for his passing, but I always thought Bo was a really good runner. He's a hard hitter, and he's a good runner. So, when I see Bo run, I mean, it's nothing new to me because that's really, when you watch his game, that's what he does.
And fans that are watching in YIAA, they better get used to his name because he's just a sophomore. He's going to be back next year and the year after that, and he could set some major passing records. And you have to think, as far as a Division I recruit, other schools are going to be looking at him, Sean.
Oh, he's definitely going to get all kinds of looks. This is not the end you're going to see. I can't wait to see him like in the NFL. I told him when he was like 12 years old, I want his autograph. He gave it to me, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, that is awesome. Great story. His brother currently at the University of Delaware, and I'm sure he'll follow in his brother's footsteps with a Division I scholarship.
I'm pretty sure Cade Brabula is watching tonight, so he's watching his little brother, take over and do what he needs to do to get this win. So
and really no drop off with this Central York team from last year to this year. It's been a great effort by the Central York Panthers.
So what kind of kick are we going to get from Nick Basil this time?
Nick Basil, we're going to see here. He's going to be ready to put his
foot
in the ball here.
He puts air on the ball. Let's see what he gets us this time.
With 6:08 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Antoine Beard with the ball.
Antoine Beard with just past the 30-yard line. As Central York's defense comes out on the field. 6:03 to go here in the fourth quarter. And again, we would like to thank our fans for tuning in to Sports Shooting Stars, our fourth and final game, at least our regular season game tonight. And,
let's recap some games that we did this year. We did
Northeastern hosted Dallastown. We saw that game. How about this York High Bearcat team in Red Line? Remember?
Yeah, that was a really good game. And York High pretty much did what they wanted to do against Red Line in that game.
And then
we had York Suburban and Gettysburg.
Toby Stokes in shotgun formation. That flag down on the play here. There may have been some.
That may be a delay of game.
Delay of game on York High.
And the fan base out here, I think they said it was anywhere between 2,000 to 4,000 people that were going to show up tonight.
Well, I had heard upwards between 5,000 to 6,000 fans.
Wow.
I'm not sure what the attendance numbers were tonight, but I know coming in tonight, too, it was a big crowd. And we thank the fans for tuning.
Well, it's definitely a couple thousand people here tonight.
Coming out live to watch this game. Toby Stokes rolls to his right, looking to throw the ball downfield. And Marcellus Johns with the catch. Just under 6 minutes to go. Central York 35, York High 7, and you hear that Central York band playing rather enthusiastically below us here in the broadcast booth tonight.
And it's been a while. It's been a long time since Central had a division championship. I think the last time was in 2013. So it's been 6 years.
And they've had, remember, a lot of success under Coach Brad Livingston for many years here. at Central.
And again, kudos to both teams as they enter the district. So, they're still representing your county in a great way. Both these guys are going to, go far in districts, I believe, this year.
And we'd like to see them win one or two or maybe more. How about it? As the districts will be here next week. It's hard to believe it. And then transition into high school basketball later. It's amazing.
But that's what Sports Shooting Stars is all about. We want to showcase and give these kids, the student athletes, a bigger platform to showcase their talents. So, as far as they go is where we go.
A little pitch out.
Seemed like that play never had a chance to really develop.
Intended for Jaheim White, and that was incomplete. With 4:46 to go here in the fourth quarter.
And again, York High has no reason to put their head down low. Like I said, these guys are going off the districts, and they're playing against a really good Central team who's rolling this year.
Central has been fantastic.
York High had a great regular season, and they're going to districts. So, and they still got fight in them. They haven't given up the whole time.
A timeout now by Central, and with 4:46 to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, Central York 35, York High 7, and it looks like your Division I champs. If it holds true here, will be the Central York Panthers, and we hope to be down on the field and with some interviews post-game.
If you can remember last year, Todd, we were at York Osfield, and they were the co-champions last year. So, we had an opportunity 2 years in a row to film, the county championship.
The county championships for football, basketball, and we even we hosted a playoff game last year. If you remember, the Northern York Polar Bears invaded Bearcat Nation, and we were there for that first round playoff win for York High.
And York High did a great job, led by Dejor Stewart, and they ran it up against Northern York and got their first district win.
There we go. York High getting set to punt the ball off. Mason Myers is back at about the 33-yard line, 35, looking to break to the upfield, and
a costly turnover.
And
York
fumble
High
we talk about his special team prowess. A fumble there, and that's York High's ball with 4:36 to go. And just like that, this game is not overdue.
No, the game's not over at all.
And the York High offense trots back out onto the field here.
But the key for York High is not to pound the ball. They need to get quick scores very fast. They have 4 minutes and a half.
And both teams have 2 timeouts here remaining in the fourth quarter. Toby Stokes.
That's Central's second turnover of the game.
Looking to go downfield. Just overthrew his intended receiver, number 14, Rasheem Lee.
And Rasheem Lee is one of their two-sport athletes as well. He plays basketball for York High. He'll be on that varsity starting team. Well, he'll be on the varsity basketball team this year.
And we've been known to broadcast a few York High Bearcat basketball games. We may see him play.
Yeah, we always like to do York High games. They have a great fan base. A lot of people watch their games. They have a great support system. So York High is always on the top of our list as far as games that we film. I think out of 38 games, we probably did at least maybe 10 York High games.
And stay tuned for our upcoming schedule by following us on Facebook with Sports Shooting Stars. Toby Stokes looking to throw the ball down. And the ball was tipped incomplete. Judah Toom there with the pass defense there, and with 4:27 to go. Looks like some of the fans, Dew and Sean, are filing out here. They feel that the Central York has sealed the win, but there's still 4:27 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, for momentum and for the spirits, it'd be nice to see York High to punch it in on this last drive. But then again, that Central defense is pretty stingy.
Only giving up 8 points here in division play. The swing out to Tyrell Witt and incomplete. That may have been a case of him looking upfield before securing the ball first.
And we've seen that play about 3-4 times today, and it only worked about 50% of the time. So you just wonder why that play's not successful.
Third down and 10, the ball on the 27-yard line of Central. Full backfield set here for York High as Toby Stokes in shotgun formation. Marcellus Johns in motion, looking to go downfield, and ball is complete. Maurice Fizel called his name on the defensive side, and nice catch by Maurice.
Yeah, Maurice Fizel is definitely your all-purpose guy. He does everything on defense. He does a little something on offense as well. I mean, he's there when you need him. And you can tell, like I said, we said earlier, that he's nursing some type of injury or he's a little bit bruised up.
That's a first down for York High and a new set of downs. Ball on the 11-yard line and can pick up another first down at the 1 with under 4 minutes to go here. Oh, big time hit to Marcellus Johns there.
Yeah, and that play, again, took a little while to develop. Didn't really know what was going on. And didn't give Marcellus Johns a good opportunity to get loose.
Was that number 20, Carter Glassmeyer, with a smack in? Boy, what a hit. That clock continues to run with just over 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go here at Panther Stadium. Again, Central York 35, York High 7. Ball on the 15-yard line of Central.
And we want fans to keep tuning in after the game for the championship honorary
presentation. And
presentation,
of course,
sorry.
Also, will and the keeper by.
And also, we're going to try to go down there and give out a player of the game shirt. And also get a quick interview
with Coach Josh Oswald, the coach of Central York. Hopefully he'll be accommodating for us with interviews, and we'll hope to get the quarterback, Bo Perbilla.
I'd like to bring in the quarterback, Bo Perbilla. And since it's a championship game, let's also bring in Judah Toom. I think Judah Toom played a big part.
Solid effort.
And we might as well bring in Mayor Manigault as well. They all scored, so we might as well talk to them all at the same time.
I agree.
Spreading things out here, the York High offense. Toby Stokes with the completed pass to Jaheim White here. With just over 2 minutes to go here, and York High's threatening the ball on the 8-yard line of Central.
And it's been a tell the whole game, Todd. And like I said, I know we spoke about it before, but once York High gets into that red zone, the Central defense tightens up, and they can't punch it in.
Yeah, and a timeout right now by Coach Russ Stoner. They're going to go over the play. A 4th down and 6 on the ball. Ball on the 8-yard line here, Sean. What do you think Coach Stoner and York High Bearcats have dialed up?
In my position, I would have a pass dialed up, but more like it's going to be a run. It seems like they don't seem too confident in their passing ability, but it's been running all day, so I think it's going to be another run.
Well, you know, as they say, when you get into that 20-yard range, the field gets really tight. It gets really small, and it's really hard to, sometimes punch it in like you need to. So
there's not a lot of space, yes, and everything becomes, like you said, tight down there, and the options become a bit fewer in a limited amount of space here, as you're seeing. And we're back to action with 1:56 to go here in the fourth quarter. Again, Central York 35, York High 7. Toby Stokes looking to throw the ball down.
That's a touchdown.
Touchdown. There you go, York High.
York High punches it
Number
in.
28, Jaheim White. 8-yard touchdown reception.
And that's a good job for York High. The way to stay in it and not give up
And not
keep
quit.
playing.
Continuing battling here as York High now. Central York 35, York High with a point pending here, could be up at 14, and still one timeout, and you would have to think maybe an onside kick here.
That was good pocket protection,
Awareness. Yep.
Awareness from Toby Stokes.
The kick is up and good by Brian Rivero.
Coach Oswald has to make sure he has in his hands team for this kickoff.
Yep, again, Central York 35, York High 14, with 1:50 to go here at Panther Stadium. And again, the winner will be the sole winner of the Division I YAIAA title. And looking again at some of the other divisions here, Division II, if York Suburban holds on tonight, they'll be the Division II winner. In Division III,
Yep.
I believe DeLone Catholic, with a win, will hold on to the Division III title. Hope to give you some scores here.
And fans, we also want you to tune in. Make sure you make comments and let us know who you think the player of the game is for tonight's game. We want you to be interactive with us so you can help us choose our player of the game.
Some final scores: Gettysburg 48, Greencastle 16, Littlestown all over Fairfield with a final score of 40-15. Fourth quarter action: York Suburban 41, Susquehannock 14, Southwestern 44, Spring Grove 25. And we're back to action here, and they're kicking the ball deep down field.
Didn't really understand that one.
The ball picked up by
Amir Manigault.
Amir Manigault off to, and a nice return with 1:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. Back to some more scores here. Redline 28, Dallastown 21 in that backyard brawl taking place at the historic Horn Field tonight. DeLone Catholic 42, Hanover 14 in the third quarter. In the third quarter, West York and Dover tied up 14-14. In the fourth quarter, Kennerdale 34, Eastern York 12. There's your scores from around the league. And, of course, our fans of York Catholic, they'll be traveling to York County School of Technology in Spry tomorrow for a 1 p.m. kickoff. That'll be the final regular season game again tomorrow between York Catholic at the School of Technology in Spry, Pennsylvania. But back to action right now. Quarterback Bo Provilla with 1:41 to go in the fourth quarter. And a big run by number 32, Isaiah Sturgis. Brings the ball out to about midfield. As the clock continues to run here at Panther Stadium, and this Panther faithful can feel a victory and sense of victory right now.
Yeah, I don't think a Central fan has left their seat so far. They're waiting for the final bell so they can celebrate with their team.
And rightfully so here with just over a minute to go.
And again, there's a lot of York High faithfuls out here, too, that's staying here and being supportive for their team as well. Because, like I said, both these teams came out and gave their maximum effort. This tonight, Central was a better ball club.
And Central York in the victory formation right now with under a minute to go. And a lot of the Central York faithful can feel it, can taste this sense of victory tonight here at Panther Stadium. Again, Central York 35, York High 14. As players meet at midfield, shaking some hands, and should be the final play here. Again, as Central York's in the victory formation. And the final snap. And that should be your ball game tonight, fans, as Central York will be your Division I YAIAA champions with a final score, Central York 35, York High 14. Fans at home, you can see the players are lining up for the conciliatory handshakes. And with that, Central York again, your lone Division I champions here at Panther Stadium. Again, with the final score, Central York 35, York High 14. We plan to make our way down on the field with some interviews. Various media outlets are here tonight. Fox 43, WGAL, York Dispatch, and the York Daily Record are here to capture it, and a lot of the faithful from Central York have decided to stay, and we're going to make our way downfield. Shall we make our way downfield?
Yeah, I mean, that's the plan. As you see the guys celebrating.
And again, rightfully so, a great time. As the players of Central York are there with a cheerleading staff. I think our broadcast partner, Sean Preston, has made his way down to the field. Our producer, Cliff Kern, is here, operating the camera behind the scenes, along with Lexi Miller. A fantastic job with our scoreboard tonight. We appreciate her help tonight. And my broadcast partner, Dude Jones. And your host here, Todd Edwards. We're going to make our way down to the field for hopefully some interview time with our player of the game.
Well, that'll be players of the game. It's going to be Bo Fabula, Judah Toom, and we're also going to bring in Mir Manigault for his play. It's a team effort, so we'd like to give a couple players the player of the game shirts.
You want to make your way, as the Central York faithful here, we'll just let you soak in a few seconds of this atmosphere here. As the Central York fight song plays here.
RB.
Bearcats. We're down here on the field. Finally made our way down through the crowd. Dew Jones, Sean Preston. We're here with Sports Shooting Stars. Again, a big win by this Central York Ball Club. The Division I champions right here. And we have them all here. We're going to have some players of the game here and hopefully get some pictures here. Congratulations, guys. Todd Edwards here with Sports Shooting Stars. Broadcast partner Sean Preston, Dew Jones, and our camera guys are high atop the booth here. What's this win mean for you guys? We'll start off with you, Bo.
It means a lot to us just because we haven't won it in 6 years, I think. And the senior class worked really hard. All the younger guys put in the work all off season, and we pictured ourselves doing this, and it feels great.
Yeah, following in your brother's footsteps. He's at the University of Delaware, and here you are as a sophomore. Big game, 3 touchdowns tonight. We talk about your passing game, but it was your legs tonight with a big effort.
Yeah. Whatever I have to do to help the team win the game, whether it's throwing or running. And tonight it was running, so I'm glad I could help the team win.
Well, congratulations, a big game, Dew. I'll turn it over to my broadcast partner.
Well, I've been watching these guys for the last couple of years, man. It's been since 2013 you guys won the last championship, man. I know last year it was like a real sour taste in your mouth, so I know this year you want to come back strong. So what do you think, what was said to you at halftime as far as finishing the game out?
Basically just finish strong. Don't keep your composure most of all. But just finish strong. That's mostly what happened.
Sounds good. All right, yeah. What about you, Mayor?
I don't know what to say.
You're speechless at this moment, overcome by the emotions of being a champion, an outright champion, and deservingly so, players of the game tonight. You guys earned it, and again, congratulations on a big win.
Hey, guys, I just want to give you some shirts. If
Yep.
you can sit up there and show the shirts.
And right
up
there, high atop. There's our players of the game again tonight with Sports Shooting Stars. Fans everywhere. They're loved everywhere here. And there they are. Celebrate with a big win tonight here on Sports Shooting Stars.
Well, Todd, we got a quick second to talk to Coach Oswald.
Coach Oswald's coming out
Great
here
job
on
tonight,
Pink
Coach.
Out.
Right there. You want to go over to Todd? He's
Well,
the guy
great stuff. Hey, your thoughts on this win tonight? I mean, a big win, and things got a little chippy out there, but your thoughts on the win tonight?
I'm just proud of these guys. I mean, this is stuff that we've worked for since last December. And, of course, it's going to get chippy. It's a rival. It's a game where we're both undefeated going into Week 10. And, both teams wanted to win really badly. I think it was handled after the situation, and the game ended the way, it should have.
It should have. And now you're looking at districts. Any ideas on who maybe you could possibly play next week?
I think it's pretty already set going in. We were going to play Harrisburg. It's just a matter, are we going to play them here or are we going to play them there? So that's just something we'll figure out. They have a home game tomorrow that we're going to go watch and live scout, and then be ready. We'll know by, I guess, late Saturday, early Sunday morning what the plan is.
Well, hoping it's here. Get your playoff tickets and come out and check these guys out. Congratulations,
Hey,
Coach.
Coach Oswald, I have
tonight.
one question. What makes this team so special? I mean, you have a lot of great players, but I think one thing that gets unnoticed, doesn't get noticed as well, is your defense. Your defense is stellar. I mean, you guys only average 8 points against your opponents. So what makes this team so special?
It's just trusting the process. We've got a lot of guys making plays. There's not one single superstar that's doing all the work. And it's just literally, we grind hard all week. And we worked really hard. We were laser focused this week for practice to prepare for this good team. And our guys, we shut the media out. We shut the parents out. We were escorting people out of the stadium. And you know what? It's for these guys. At the end of the day, it's not about me. It's not about anybody else. It's about these guys playing ball. So, I'm proud of them, and let's go enjoy this one.
Well,
Congratulations again, Coach.
We thank you for spending some time with us, the media, at post-game. Thanks, Coach. Good luck. Good luck again, guys. Congrats all.
Good job, Bo. As
Go
always,
tear it up.
Good job out there, man. Good job.
Big effort. There we go. They got some meetings to go do. It's been great. Sean, your thoughts tonight? It's been a fantastic ride. I hate to see this end, our fourth and final game, but hopefully we can carry on with a potential district game.
Oh, it was a great game. Unfortunately, I picked York High because I'm an alum, but Central came out. They played hard. Bo Pabula controlled the game. Mir Manigault and Judah Toom, they were just outstanding on offense. So congrats to Central for winning.
Yeah, you also have to give props to Central's coaching staff. I mean, along with Josh Oswald, the head coach, they have a good team. The guys work out all year long. They put a lot of time into this team, and they deserve this. They deserve this championship. And as you can see, they're outside with their fans and some of their parents, and they're celebrating with the parents.
And rightly so. That's the way it should be. Congratulations again to Central York Panthers on this big win tonight, defeating York High 35-14. We bring the game to you. We did it again tonight, and we look forward to potentially a playoff game. And if not a playoff game, basketball season's just around the corner. We'll be bringing the game to you in the form of YAIAA basketball.
All right, fans. Like I said, tune in. You'll see what we got going on next. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Congratulations to Central York for their championship game. And, Sports Shooting Stars, go like our page. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. And thanks for tuning in.
Yep. For
Sean Preston,
Todd Edwards,
and also Dude Jones.
Have yourself a great night and enjoy your weekend. Good.